wider than normal, come on over to YouTube. But if not, just chill out on Instagram and on the TikToks. We're live. We're scanning film today, so hit me up. How's it going? Looks like the TikTok doc is in. We got the chat on screen. What's up, YouTube? Let me know if you guys are here. I can't tell if we got the TikTok chat. We got the, well, we love you, says this guy on YouTube. Let me test this, make sure we got the YouTube chat coming through. Test, test, test. Okay, we're all on screen. As you can see, I have a little bit of a positive preview of what the film's gonna look like. This is a live preview, and it's not as good as it's gonna look when I run it through Lightroom and actually convert the film with Negative Lab Pro, which is what I use to convert my negatives into positive pictures. So anyway, I'm just going to be stuck here for a while, converting film and, scanning film and digitizing it and making it into a positive picture instead of a negative. Hey man, how are you liking the Essential Film Holder? I love it. I love it, photo enjoyer. Thank you for enjoying photos. If you want your own Essential Film Holder, I have a QR code on YouTube. Up here, you can scan that to get your Essential Film Holder, or you can go to madebylopro.com/EFH. madebylopro.com/EFH if you want your own Essential Film Holder. It's the best budget-minded, most versatile film scanner on the market. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm laying down some microfiber cloth so I don't scratch my film, because that would be bad. Anyway, the Essential Film Holder can scan everything from half frame 35mm all the way up to 6x12 medium format. So every single format every single frame size of medium format. You can do 6x5, you can do 6x6, 6x7, you can do 6x9, you can do all the way up to 6x12. So it's a very versatile film holder, and it's only like 80 something bucks with shipping included worldwide. So if you want a very nice film holder, this thing right here with all the different masks to do different formats, go to madebylopro.com/EFH, But don't take my word for it. Look it up. A lot of people have a lot of stuff about it. I have several videos about it on YouTube. So if you're interested, check it out, man. It's a great value proposition made by a real person in the real world in the UK. So if you want to support a real UK photographer, inventor person, Andrew Clifford, he's a great guy. Look him up. It's great. How's it going, Miguel from Portugal? I'm building a Nikon D800 800E scanning rig. Well, that sounds nice. Right now I have a strip in here. So this thing works for strips and entire rolls. I have 6 full rolls over there to grab from to scan, but I cut these up and forgot to scan them from the last time I scanned film. So we're gonna go ahead and scan these and see what's on there. And then, yeah, just go from there. So hit me up in the chat. How we doing? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Thanks for joining us. If you want to support the work I do, please consider going to madebylopro.com and giving at least $1 per month to help me keep making analog fun again. No gatekeeping. It's all about fun. So I already pulled focus, already framed it up. And the way I do that is I twist this knob, which makes the camera go up and down. And then I twist the lens barrel to find focus. And then I can punch in with this button here. And as you can see, we can see the grain right there. Looks very sharp. And my settings, I scan in aperture priority mode and ISO 100 f6 aperture, because that's like that's got to be like the sharpest. And then to stop camera shake from clicking the button here, I use this cheapo IR remote. There's affiliate links for everything I use in the description below if you're on YouTube. TikTok, Instagram, I didn't get that set up. Maybe I should have. Anyway, you mentioned a possibility of a 4x5 mask coming for the EFH. Big if true. Yeah, Andrew's been teasing that for a while. I don't have any updates on that, but yeah, dude, that would be dope to be able to scan 4x5 on this thing. Then I would need nothing else. And that's all I'd use is this thing. Because right now I have a jerry rig solution with just a couple of plates of glass to do 4x5 scanning. Anyway, that's frame number 1. Let's just scoot on over. As you can tell, this one is way underexposed. And the picture is going to look better than this. Don't let this preview fool you. This is just some crappy LUT that I applied to this. That's so that you guys can get an idea of what I'm looking at. You know, it just converts it live in OBS for the live stream. But the picture is going to look a lot better than this. So this is just so everyone can see what's going on. What's up, Juan? The second person to ever join LoPresti Army. How you doing? Tell everybody how awesome it is to be part of LoPresti Army, and you know how these people should join, because you know you get exclusive discount codes. You get exclusive privileges during the photo critique sessions. That's right, I do photo critiques. You can send your photos in for the class to look at, and we can all talk about your work. And if you're part of LoPresti Army, you get to send more than one photo. If you're just some rando, you only get to send in one photo per session. This one's got a big old hair in the middle of it. Can you guys see that? Might be on the other side, but whatever. A little bit of hair never hurt nobody. And I always try and leave frame lines outside the border of the picture. You can't see it now because it's inverted. It's like black. Best army ever, says Juan. Hell yeah, thank you, dude. Here, let me get the talking going so I can hear you guys without having to look up every time. What software do you use to convert the negatives? I use Negative Lab Pro. That's not the picture you're seeing now, though. This is just a crappy preview, a low-res preview. But I use Negative Lab Pro. Come on, that's too loud.
Why do people hate Nikon?
Why do people hate Nikon? Because everybody likes to have... Everybody thinks photography is all about the gear. And people have one type of gear, and they're all like, wow, that's the type of gear. And for some reason, Nikon is the thing everyone calls a potato. I don't know how it started. You know, maybe they were behind the times when people started making all the memes about it, but I love Nikon. Nikon's awesome. That's what I use to gig. I use a camera that came out in like 2011 to shoot gigs.
Mohadai says, I love my Nikon film camera.
I'm Nikon. You're Nikon. How's it going? Hey, thank you for the rose, Odene, however you say that. I don't know what all the TikTok roses and gems do, but if you really want to support the channel, please consider going to madebylopro.com and giving what you can to join LoPresti Army to help me make analog fun again. You get exclusive discount codes and privileges and whatnot. Anyway, and it helps me not sell out.
Hi, Nick. Have you tried Valoy scanning setup?
No, I don't use any of those fancy scanning setups because all you need is the essential film holder. It's the best, most budget, versatile option where you can scan everything from half frame 35mm all the way up to 6x12 medium format. And look at that. That's one strip down. We're going to go to the next strip, and then we're going to start scanning whole rolls. These are strips I forgot to scan last time I scanned. So this will go back into the archival sleeve. By the way, print file, thank you so much for hitting me up. They gave me an exclusive discount code. Well, not discount code, but they're giving me a 15% off next time I got to order some print file archival preservers. By the way, after you develop and scan your film, this is what you do with it afterwards. You put it in one of these. This keeps fingerprints and dust off, and you can label it and tell people, you know, what it is. There you go.
Other news, I fixed the Minolta Maxi 5000. Replace the grip and remove battery corrosion.
Very nice, dude. Fix what you got. Use what you got. What's the correct exposure for scanning, says Weltica. It depends on how dense your negatives are. If you're okay, I got to turn that way down. I can barely even hear myself think. It depends on how dense your negative is. If you overexposed it, how you developed it, how much information is in there, how much grain, how much dye is in the negative. So I just go on aperture priority, stop down your lens to its sharpest point without creating aberrations. So that depends on each lens. This lens I shoot at ISO 100, which is the lowest base ISO of this camera, the Sony a7 III. I go on aperture priority to let it decide the shutter speed, and then so f8. I do f8 ISO 100 aperture priority. That's how I scan. Oh, wait a sec. I didn't grab the other strip. I just put it back like an idiot. I almost forgot to scan the other half of that roll. But really, it was just a test roll. I don't know what I did. I think I ran it through my Nikon F5 or something. I forget where this roll came from. Let's get this out of there. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. So, and you want to put it in with the emulsion side facing up. This is 500T. This is Kodak Vision 3 500T color negative motion picture film. I know nothing about EOS cameras. I don't know anything. I say the best camera is the one you got. If you don't have a camera, if you feel like you've outgrown whatever you're already using to take pictures, get the cheapest thing. You don't need a bunch of megapixels. Frickin' 3 megapixels is more than enough. So, you know, you don't need to buy a bunch of stuff, guys. I'm not trying to be the guy who tells you, look at this hot new toy, you got to get it. No, screw that. Which is probably why the camera advertisers hate me, other than Lomography. Lomography seems cool. They seem to like me. Do you use a macro-specific lens for scanning? Says Mr. Raha. Yes, this is the 90 millimeter f2.8 macro GOSS Sony lens. It's very expensive. I bought it before I ever started shooting film, but because I thought I was going to be like a macro photographer, but turns out no. Yes, this is my cat. Well, no, it's not my cat. It's my mom's cat. I should try to get a ZF or Z6 as a hybrid camera. I mean, if you want it, but like I was just saying, you don't need a fancy, expensive camera, you know? I like DSLRs more than mirrorless. I bought some film for a family gathering soon. My dad was like, don't you have 3 DSLRs? Yeah, but you want the film look, dude. Right? That's what we're all going for. Okay, let's get this framed up. I'm gonna scoot this over and bing bong. Let's recheck focus. The grain looks pretty grainy. Look at that sunset. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautimous. I want to get my histogram up on here. There we go. Histogram going. You guys can't see it because I don't have one of those recorder things. Reader says he needs a scanning solution. You guys don't need to camera scan too. If you only shoot a few rolls of film, like a year or like maybe one a month or something, you could get away with a cheapo flatbed scanner. They're in all the thrift stores. You can find a Canon or an Epson, and you can make great scans with that. This is just a great faster solution for when you're doing a bunch of film like I do all the time. Okay, so we already took that one. On to the next one. Because there's a lot of setup and like, you know, I gotta clean off my desk, set up this big tower and everything for camera scanning. But once it's all set up, then that's it. The picture is scanned. With flatbeds, it takes a while. It can take like a minute to get like a high-res scan per frame. So it's kind of slow and clunky. But if you don't shoot like an ungodly amount of film, you don't need a crazy setup like this. Or you can look up a cheap PlusTech optic film scanner. Those are also great. I've never used one, but I just sold one. I just didn't need it because I already have this setup that I'm very fond of. Huh? Who said that? Wait a sec, let me turn on. Hi Nick, how are you? I'm good. My lab only charged me 20 bucks for high-res pano scanning sprocket. Well, that's great. The greatest and only camera you need is a Canon 7D. Well, what about a Nikon D7000? That's the one I need. This guy used a cheap 40mm TT Artisan macro and get good results from. See, you don't need something expensive. Did you try the Lomography Digitalizer? No, I don't like those things where you have to clip in the thing into a holder and then put it on a thing. I don't like that. I like this because you can feed it right through. You can feed a whole roll through it without having to cut strips. Orville says, you definitely inspired me to get into film photography and has really helped me with PTSD. You're a real one. Hell yeah. Thank you for all the success stories that you guys send my way. I love hearing how I've helped inspire you. Here's a pro tip. If you're doing camera scanning, after you finish one roll, take a blank frame. That way, when you're moving the files over to your computer, You will know where one roll stops and another one begins, and you don't have to guess if you want to stay organized. If you're just a maniac barbarian that wants all your picture files to be in one big folder with no sense of organization, then do whatever you want. Okay, now I'm going to put this away. What did I miss on the chat? Have you tried scanning at different apertures? Most people say f8. He says f5.6, says Lisandro. I like f8. I don't know. I'm sure 5.6 would be good. Would that you use the same lens? I don't know. I've never tested it. Maybe I should test it. Flatbed scanners scan line by line, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Another question, Nick. Besides Sunny 16, are there any other metering I can use? I really want to use my grandma's FM2. FM2 has a light meter in it. Get a battery, unless it's broken. I don't know. You don't use the Veloy Easy 35? No. Why would I use some overpriced thing, hype thing? You know, they don't. Veloy, it's overpriced for what it does, and it only does 35 millimeter. This thing can do everything from half frame 35 millimeter all the way up to 6x12 medium format, the big old wide pano. That's bigger than 6x9. It's bigger than Skibbity 6.7. Get yours today at this QR code here if you're on YouTube, or if you're on Instagram or TikTok, go to madebylopro.com/EFH. Have you ever thought about starting to enlarge photos on photo paper? Says Martin Schmuck. I will one day set up a darkroom. I have everything I need to start a darkroom other than a house. So if you want to help me get enough money to get out of my mom's house and make bigger and better content and not be dependent upon big photo brands to make me sell out, you know, please consider donating at madebylopro.com to keep this an independent, open source operation funded by you, the community, for the community, of the community. Otherwise, I'm going to have to sell out and start shilling a bunch of Chinese-made cheap schlop on you. So let's go to the next roll. Okay, here we go. So this is what's cool about camera scanning. You can take an entire uncut roll. That's right, uncut, everybody. And you can feed it through. Super lightning fast. This one took me a long time to finish shooting. I think I started shooting it in Austin, Texas on my Minolta V2. And then I finished it like probably 6 months later on a little mini road trip south of San Antonio. When I just had, at one point I had like 8 different cameras with film loaded in them that were like halfway done, and I just took all of them. Instead of having to take a bunch of film on a little day trip, I just loaded my backpack full of all the different cameras that had film in them and, you know, put them in the car, and there we go. But anyway, hello, first time on chat channel. Enjoy your channel very much. Thank you so much. What do I think about Olympus 35 SP? I don't know anything about it. Okay, there's Raf. Raf, are you in the chat? I don't think so. Whoa, $3, Mr. Raha. Thank you so much, Mr. Raha, dude. If you, by the way, did you know YouTube takes half of the money you donate in the chat here? Not saying don't donate, but if you guys really want to help a brother out, please consider going to madebylopro.com and giving what you can to help me make analog fun again. If you do a recurring donation of at least $1 per month, you join LoPresti Army along with my other recruits. You get exclusive photo critique privileges. You get a direct open line of communication in my Instagram DMs. I'll answer your questions anytime. Exclusive discount codes, free Lightroom presets, a lot of cool stuff. Yes, we're using Negative Lab Pro afterwards. This is just a cheap preview with a crappy LUT. Well, it's an okay LUT, but it's designed for 500T, so the colors and the dynamic range is going to be all wonky compared to what I'm going to get with the final results. I could make a better LUT per film stock, but I'm too lazy, so this is what you get. How far am I from San Antonio? Asks Swan. A little over an hour from San Antonio, where I'm at right now. So we got a half frame here because the first one got burnt, as often happens when you're trying to save money on film and you try and take a picture with the first loaded frame. Let's make sure we got critical focus. I've got focus peaking on, and I do focus magnification with a button on the lens here. And there we go. That looks pretty good. So we're going to take that half frame. Bing bong. I I recently bought a Canonet 28, fixed it real nice, works. I hate the camera, it's pretty much automatic only. Yeah, well, sometimes automatic is good, dude. You know, we don't need all the controls. We think we need all those controls. Looks like there's a little tiny baby hair in the corner here. I'm trying to knock that loose. I don't know what side it's on. Anyway, this is Raph. Great guy. He's a great bassist and a great photographer. He runs a blog. Raph is pretty cool. I went to meet him in Austin, Texas. Here, I'm going to turn the text to voice back on. What's up, Hijacked? How you doing? What was my first film camera ever? Well, the first film camera I ever shot was Sarah's Minolta X370 that her uncle gave her, and I cleaned it up, put some batteries in it, and it worked. It hadn't been shot for over a decade, and that's what got us down this rabbit hole of film and film cameras. But the first film camera I ever bought for myself was a Miranda Sensor X, and I have sold it on eBay. I should have kept it for sentimental practice purposes, but I have so many freaking cameras. There was really no practical point for me to keep it. And now it's with somebody who's hopefully loving it and shooting it and enjoying it. Where's my, I need my little duster thingy. I don't know where it is. I don't know where my duster brush is. Oh well. We're going to have a little bit of a hair in the bottom corner there. But here we go. On to the next frame. Look at that. A little park scene. Isn't that cute? And again, these pictures are going to look way better. So this is just a cheap preview for you guys to get an idea of what it's going to look like. This guy says, do you like your Nikon F5? I recently bought one in December. I've only gotten to run a couple of half rolls through it. So, but I like it so far. Thank you. Big shout out to Government Psyop at Government Psyop for sending it my way. I really appreciate you. It's so difficult to part with equipment, even if I rarely use it. Exactly. But, you know, I've forced myself to try and part with it. That's why I did my 120 pounds of cameras episode where I sold a bunch of cameras that I've acquired over the past like 3 or 4 years of thrifting, because I love thrifting, but I can't shoot all these cameras. So if you want to help me get rid of some cameras, I got a lot piled up over here that I have listed on my website, madebylopro.com. Go there and click the button that says buy, not the shop. The shop is all like my stickers and merch. Buy is where I have all the cameras, and you have to send in an inquiry and tell me what you want. So go check that out. If you want this film holder, there's a QR code here on YouTube. Scan that, or go to madebylopro.com/EFH and you can get this same film holder I use. And it's great. It's the only one I use. I love it. Look at that little silhouette of those guys fishing. You know, little fishing guys. Something funny with this roll of film. I accidentally opened up the roll halfway so that we're going to get to a point where there's a bunch of blank frames in the middle of it because I opened up the camera halfway like a dingus. Did I already take this one? I always lose track when I'm talking to the chat. Off-topic question, what is my go-to black and white developer? Kodak HC110. Well, actually, I use Legacy Pro, Legacy Photo, whatever, L110, LC110. I use the knockoff HC110. I would, but Malaysian import taxes are insane. Uh-oh. I buy most of my gear on Vinted or eBay. Never heard of Vinted. No bad experiences yet. They have good return policies. Yeah, don't be scared to buy stuff on eBay, but then again, you know, don't go crazy either because you can get addicted to looking for deals on eBay. But, you know, after selling for years on eBay, I will attest to the fact that buyers are always right, no matter what. Even if the thing is exactly as described, the buyer can just make up some cockamamie story, and you have to accept the return, and you have to eat that shipping cost. So don't be afraid to buy stuff on eBay if you can afford it. It's so difficult to part with. Okay. Yeah, I'm all caught up. Cool. Keep on talking, guys. How are we doing? Where are we at? You guys on lunch break? Where are we at in the world right now? What did you say? If bro didn't say HC110, I would have left. Yeah, dude, HC110, it's so easy to mix up a new batch because it's a one-shot developer. And it's just easy to use. It lasts forever. That's why I love it. Did I already take that one? I forget the whole time that I'm scanning live. Look at those light burnt sprockets, guys.
Making dinner. Hey Gooberman says, I have cameras that I want to sell on eBay but I'm afraid of getting scammed. What's your advice?
Making dinner. I have cameras that I want to sell on eBay, but I'm afraid of getting scammed. What's your advice? Just describe them exactly as they are. Look up the comps to make sure you're listing it at a good price and what it goes for, and you'll be fine, dude. How does it compare to Rodinal? Never used Rodinal. It's 2 a.m. in Malaysia. Go to bed, dude. What are you doing? No way. I just got into film scanning. Hell yeah, dude. It's fun. It's a rabbit hole. Yes, I shoot 4x5 RE gear. Not enough. I'm planning some content soon where I dust off my press camera and start shooting more 4x5. There's Raf. Can't get over the fact that it takes half of the donut and they charge for premium. Yeah, dude. I know. YouTube really is greedy. Anyway, 7 p.m. in Hungary, but it's 2 a.m. where? Guys, isn't it weird how time works? Quick question. Do you set the shutter speed to auto or change it depending on the roll? I set it to auto. I scan aperture priority, f8, ISO 100 because that's the base ISO of this camera. This frame is cooked, but we'll take it anyway. This one's half cooked. This one's overexposed as heck, dude. There ain't nothing there. That's just a picture of my desk. What did you say? Really need to start developing moving houses soon. We'll definitely set up a mini lab. Hell yeah. Quick question. We already did that one. What stand are you using? This is like, I don't know what it is. I got it for $15 on Facebook Marketplace. I've seen it listed as an Albenar copy stand for like almost 200 bucks. So I got a great deal on it. You can make one out of plywood and a couple of trips to Home Depot and you'll be fine. I struggle way too much aligning my camera to the film holder. It can be a little tricky. Now watching a dude in Texas scanning film is worth losing sleep over. Thank you so much, man. Do you recommend any specific chemicals for black and white? I use HC110 and then whatever rapid fixer, either the Legacy Pro or the Kodak Rapid Fixer. And then I use Ilfo Stop for stop bath, and I use the Legacy Pro Hypo Clear, and then Kodak Photo Flow for black and white. And for color, I use Cinestill CS41. Time zone check, 11:45 in Nepal. Whoa, what's going on? Dude, this is a worldwide movement. Please, please, please consider giving, something to madebylopro.com to help me keep this as an independent operation that's publicly funded so that I keep your best interests at heart. Because if I can't start making a living wage off this YouTube thing, I'm going to have to start being a shill. And this is how that's going to look. Guys, you won't believe it. Look at this new microphone charger. Wow, you need this. Please buy this. Buy it with my affiliate link below because it's the best thing and there's nothing wrong with it and it's perfect. And if I can't stay independent, then you'll look back at my old videos like the one for the Lomo, and I'll start glossing over all the bad things about it, and I won't be truthful to you. So if you want to keep me honest and keep me in check and keep me by, for, and of the people, please go to madebylopro.com and give at least $1 per month to help me keep making analog fun again. Baby, you get exclusive discount codes, free Lightroom presets, exclusive perks for the photo critiques. I'll let you submit more than one photo per photo critique. And you open a direct line of communication with me on Instagram DMs. And I'm like, I'm real nice and, real generous with my time. So I would be happy to answer any questions you got if you join LoPresti Army. And I answer people who aren't part of LoPresti Army, but only if you have a cool question that I want to answer. Hi from India, 11:30. Wow. Nick, is 10 megapixels enough? Yes, more than enough. God, you guys are going. I just shot my first roll in a while, says Green Bogs. Hell yeah. I see you're influencing a lot of people worldwide to shoot film. I'm trying, and hopefully the big brands recognize and want to give me money, but I'm not going to give them control because, Anyway, so I need your help to keep my boat afloat until I can get some big brand deal or I go viral. And then I won't have to be like, go to madebylopro.com, go to madebylopro.com, go to madebylopro.com, madebylopro.com, go there, check it out. And if you want this film holder, there's a QR code here on YouTube, or you can go to madebylopro.com/EFH. Ooh, Mamacitas, best Mexican food in Kerrville. I don't know, I'm just kidding.
Actually, Valera's is the best Mexican
Well, they're in Ingram.
in Kerr County. How about that?
Okay, best in Kerr County. Hell yeah. I heard if you shoot aperture priority, your white balance will be different for each frame. You'll have to then white balance each frame individually. I don't know about that right there. I don't think it'll affect the white balance. A lot of people want to shoot the same camera settings throughout the roll, but I don't worry about that. I get good results. I have an old Kodak camera. I just found it in a roll of film in it. When I took it, it was a Kodak color. It says develop C22. I've never developed C22 film, but I imagine you should be able to get some results using C41 chemicals. But I don't know. I'm no expert. I'm just a guy on YouTube who plays an expert. Okay. Here's a little puppy picture. I'm from Slovakia, 7:04 p.m. here. What's going on? My copy stand is very ghetto, just a mic stand with a clamp on a tripod. Sounds finicky. I can't get Kodak chemistry due to living in Puerto Rico. Sadly, only Cinestill powders for me. Hey, I use Cinestill powders. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Meyer Optic Gorlips Trioplan 100mm f2.8. What do you think about that lens? I don't know anything about it. I bet it's great though. But if it's expensive, it's not for me. I only shoot cheap gear, guys. That's what I do. Shooting cheap gear 24/7. What do you think about bridge cameras with long zoom lenses? I have a bridge camera that I'm going to be doing an episode about. It's a Lumix camera with Leica glass. That should be a lot of fun. My local camera store has a Mamiya RB67 for sale with the equivalent of $600 with lens and back. That could be worth it, but I don't know, dude. I try never to spend market price on any cameras. I try to get things for pennies on the dollar. That's the only way I've been able to afford getting and playing with so many cameras over the years. If I were to spend market price on my cameras, I would have like 2 cameras to show on my channel. Where's my little brushy thing? Where's my little brushy thing? I need to find my little brushy because there's, well, I got stuff stuck to me. Get off me. Aha! Here we go. Nice. Nice. I got the little spot off. What are you guys saying? How's the shelf life of Legacy Pro HD110 dupe? It's great. I've never had anything fail me. So I love it. Did I already take this one? Looks like I did, but whatever. We'll take a duplicate. C22 is not able to cross best in C41 if I recall correctly. It can be done with black and white though. Okay, well there you go. See? Good thing I said I'm not an expert. Otherwise people would have been misinformed and nobody would have ever forgiven me for that. It's so good it doesn't matter too much in the end. Yeah. Where do I get the gloves? Just cotton gloves. I have affiliate links in the description below of the YouTube stream. Are you good friends with Snappiness? I have never corresponded with Snappiness. I'd love to talk to him. He seems like a great guy, family guy. You know, I'd love to be able to have a house and start a family and everything, just like he does. I'd love to be able to tinker around with a 3D printer and make inventions. I think we'd get along great. He seems like a great guy. I love his channel. So, if you don't know Snappiness, he does a lot of cool experiments. Cool guy. Look at me taking stereotypical sunset pictures with power lines. That's what you do as a film photographer. Bing bong. Oh, I forgot. I should cut down on reflections and put that on there. That should help me cut down on any stray light that might be in there. But then I can't squeeze my little rocket blower on it. Tweak a bit of frames here and there. After that, which film camera to start with? I do street photography, says Hugh. Whatever's cheapest. Get the cheapest camera you can. That's what I would do. And then I You know, don't go too tight. You don't need a zoom lens or nothing. Kodak Color Plus is fine, but I would say the best film is the cheapest you can get your hands on. So you don't need Portra, you don't need name brand. You can shoot black and white, it's fun. There's my puppy. Did you and Grainy Days actually meet? Yes, we actually met. I talked to him at the Austin Beers and Cameras meetup. He seemed like a swell guy. He said everyone was afraid I was going to be violent when at the meetup. They were afraid that this persona that I portray is a little too manic. So, and everyone was surprised I was so tall. Everyone was like, "Wow, you're way taller than I thought you'd be," which is weird. Like, why would you think I'm short? You know, I'm 6'2", 200 pounds. Everyone, I guess, thought I'd be vertically inclined. But yeah, I didn't talk much with Grainy Days, just a little bit. What's up, Chai Pat PP? Chai Pat PP, how's it going? I'm using an A7R3. Wow, look at you. You got tons of resolution with a 50mm. I wanted to start with the basics. Start to the basic with film camera. How the Leica Flex SL2 is working so far. It's great. It's my favorite, like just fully manual SLR. Feels great in the hand. Just great feeling all around. Hugh has some M42 lenses. That's great. Those are fun lenses. New LoPresti video. I bought a Home Depot shed and turned it into a darkroom. Yeah, I would do that, but I'm on my mom's property and I feel like I have no autonomy. You know, with mom looking over your shoulder all the time, it's like kind of hard to be like, oh, I'm just going to do whatever I want with this land when you have to run everything by Mother Dearest. It can be a little bit less than freeing. Look at Sarah. She looks beautiful. Can the silver and depleted fixer be recovered? Yes, that would be a fun video to do one day. Getting rich off all my old fixer, you know? We'll make that happen. Yeah, what do you think? The tall hat. It looks funny when you pull it all the way down. So that's why I wear it like this, because it kind of looks funny. It's a vintage Kodak hat from the boiler rooms in Kodak. So some Kodak employee got rid of this thing and there you go. Why your film have a lot of magenta? This is just a preview. This is just a preview with a crappy LUT. So once I run this through Lightroom, through Negative Lab Pro, it's going to look way better. That's just how it looks using this crappy LUT that I have so you guys can get a live preview of it, okay? That's not going to be the final result. Here we go, Nick taking a landscape. Look at that. Beautiful. True Texan lol says, about what? Why do I think Grainy Days in his videos talks so condescendingly like he can't be bothered to be there? Is it just me? He does seem to portray the like too cool to care persona, you know, and I get it. It can seem uncool to be like excited and passionate about something. A lot of people live by the idea of better to be thought a fool than open your mouth and remove any doubt. But I think being foolish is the price of admission in any venture that is worth pursuing. It's the price of admission. Being embarrassed, making a fool of yourself is the only way. Failing early and often is the only way to improve yourself towards a greater goal that is worth pursuing. So that's my idea. I mean, it's not my idea. I've, stolen that from whatever philosophers. Plato said that. There you go. I don't know if he said that. I'm not a student of philosophy. Look at that. The colors look pretty good on this little live preview. Look at Sarah. She's beautiful. Haha, I can already imagine you dominate Grainy Days with your persona. Hopefully there's a video of you guys hanging around. I'd love to see that. No, we didn't. I mean, there's a little clip in my vlog where I'm like, hey, see, I met him. We're best friends now. And he's just in the background going, and that's the most of us on camera at the same time. I just turned 14, develop and scan film. That's proof you don't need to be a rocket scientist to develop film. Exactly, dude. If some 14-year-old skibbity Rizzler kid can do it, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like my vids. It's a real nice picture. Thank you. Have you tried extension tubes for scanning? If so, how good are the results? I mean, I have not, because I have a great macro lens where I don't need extension tubes. But if you don't need a macro lens. You can use extension tubes. You can get a macro reversal ring to put your lens on backwards to close focus on things. So you don't need a macro lens to do camera scanning. Anyway, have I tried? Yeah, we're pretty much caught up. I feel like Grainy Days portray an edgy, cool teenage, doesn't care at all. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, that's fine. It works for him, and he's found great success. I try not to compare myself to others, even though I do. But comparison is the thief of joy. And if I keep plugging away and trying to refine this community, I hope I can find enough success to be able to just do this and be able to support Sarah, start a family, buy a house. That's the American dream, right? Doing what you love. For my next shooting, should I pick up black and white 400 ISO or Kodak Gold 200? Get whatever's cheapest, dude. Just get whatever's cheap. Get some old expired film or something, dude. Have fun. Don't put too much stress on yourself about... Every time I load up expensive film on my camera, I feel like every frame is too precious and I can't bring myself to even like waste film because I feel like, oh, I'm wasting it if it's expensive film. I have a 100mm f4 Pentax macro. It's a good lens. Hell yeah. My dad still has some old film shot with his old Hot Shot 110 EF. I want to develop it at home. How do I start? Well, depending on what the film is, I have videos. I have some shorts about developing black and white, and I have a full-length video about developing color film, so check it out. And I have a video all about how to develop 110 film and how to make your own reel for developing 110 film. I'd like Nick Persona more if he's like self-aware, edgy kind of guy that has no biases or so whatever. I have no biases. I feel like I'm very open-minded about things, you know? I feel like I respect the truth, and God, I don't know. Some people think I'm right-wing. Some people think that. But, you know, I feel like there's two sides. There's the haves and the have-nots, and I'm part of the have-nots. There's the upper echelon billionaire class of people that want to keep you down. They don't want you to be able to buy a house. They don't want you to be able to eat unpoisoned food. They want you to own nothing, eat bugs, live in a pod, and thank them for letting you do that, you know? And then there's the rest of us, you know? And that's all I think there is. I think Republican, Democrat are two wings of the same bird that just wants to start wars and, you know, feed the military-industrial complex and obfuscate truth. They're destroying truth through the use of AI. We're not going to be able to trust our own eyes anymore. So the world is really going to hell in a handbasket, but here we go, having fun with a hobby. And I'm trying not to think about that too much. Every time I go on Instagram, it's just a bunch of people selling me stuff and then a bunch of freaking bad stuff that's happening in the world. And it's just too much, dude. I wish I could just tune it all out, but that's what's going on. And this feels very insignificant in contrast to all the evil that's out there in the world. So if I can speak a little bit of truth to power through my stupid YouTube videos, then I'm going to do it, you know? So sorry if I get a little too political at times. Which M42 camera do you recommend? I don't really have a recommendation. People like the Pentax stuff. I think some old Pentaxes shoot M42. Kodak for me is 11 euros per roll. That's expensive, dude. What camera was used to shoot this film? This one? This was the Minolta V2. It's an old rangefinder from the 50s. Have you seen the Reddit post with the D&D alignment chart with you and other film YouTubers? No, I got to see that, dude. Let's pull this up. Holy cow. Where do I look this up, dude? Dan, where do I find this? Oh my God. Am I chaotic? Am I chaotic neutral? Am I chaotic evil? What am I? Oh my God. I got to see. Alignment chart, film YouTubers, Reddit. Let's find this thing. Oh my God, here we go. Hey, I'm chaotic good. Okay, let's share this, dude. Hell yes. Look at this. Okay, I'm chaotic good. Chaotic neutral is Lou. That's dope that we're on the same side. I love it. I love being chaotic good. Chaotic evil. I feel like I've seen this guy. Is this the Flesh Simulator guy? Who is this guy? Romping Bronco, right? Lawful Neutral. I've seen this guy too. I can't think of his name. That's dope, dude, that I made it on the list. Let's search. What do people say about me? You're missing Nick Carver. He's lawful good for sure. That's the other Nick. Nick Carver. Everyone just says Nick Carver. Nick LoPresti and the Romping Bronco. What was that? I like Nick. He takes too long to over-explain things. He's good though. I hate to say it. Oh, wait a sec. You guys can't see me. Let's
You can't see it on the thing.
what do you mean you can't see it?
It's not coming up on here.
Oh, you guys can't. Okay, so vert scene. Just a sec. This is what I'm looking at. Let's make this big. So check it out. I'm on this thing. So, okay. Let me. I gotta fix something though. Screen. I gotta put the DJI here. Video capture device. Add existing DJI Osmo action. Okay. Let's put me here. Bing bong. Now you guys can see stuff, and we can turn off the Sony for this one. So look at this. So some guy said, what did they say? They said, I take too long to over-explain things. He's good though. I hate to say it, a bit too made for Instagram subject matter in his photos at times. Okay, whatever. Agree, Nick is a gem. I love his on-location videos, and he even took some of his courses that I enjoyed. What? Some of his courses? I don't have courses.
Did they talk about Nick Carver?
I don't know. Maybe that everyone's talking about Nick Carver. I don't know. Nick Carver gang, nicking my LoPresti. Everybody keeps saying that, nicking my LoPresti right now, or LoPresting my Nick, and I have no idea what the, like, it sounds dirty. I don't like it. But look at that, I'm chaotic good. I love it, dude. I love being chaotic good. I'm glad that nobody thinks I'm evil. LoPresti is always good for a giggle and informative at the same time. I didn't know other people watched LoPresti. Well, be telling people, Filminator. I love it. Oh my God.
I will say, out of all the pictures, yours sticks out the most.
Yeah, look at me with my big old hat.
And I took the photos. So.
Yeah, Sarah took that photo. Oh my God, dude, this is made for Instagram. Please, you were made for 2009 Tumblr. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you. Really affordable. Can you review it? I mean, I'll think about it. Anyway, back to the ACAM. Hi, how's it going? And also, Nick is anti-R photography, and that's enough for me. What is R photography? Is that, I don't know what the community's like there. Got some rolls of Portrait 800, but haven't used them yet because I'm scared of. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like getting expensive film. Hey, Dan C71, thank you so much for sharing that with the class, dude. That is dope. That I'm on this freaking analog community thing. And I love that all these people are evil. Fucking. I don't know, maybe put Grainy Days down to evil. Look at me, dude. I'm chaotic good. Hey, hey, it's all good in the hood. Oh my God. I love it. Okie dokie. We still going? We still going? Everything still seems plugged in and live. Let me check the TikTok feed. Yeah, it looks like TikTok feed's going good. Instagram, we're still good. Cool. Okay, yeah, hell yeah, dudes. That's sick that I made it on that. Let's get to the next roll of film. I took my blank roll divider. Let's go ahead and let me do something really quick so I can go PP. I'm going to pull up a screen share right now. The vert scene is still showing my screen, right? Crap. So I got to do, let me do this. Where's the Olympus? I don't know. Hey, babe, do you just want to talk to the camera for a bit so I can go pee?
I'm boiling eggs.
She's boiling eggs. Okay, never mind. I'm going to open something up to give you guys a little bit of entertainment while I go pee.
I haven't even gotten to see. Oh, you're showing all these people my photos, and I haven't even seen any of them yet.
I know. Just give me a sec, guys, and then we're going to go on to the next one. Is 12 years a good age to start film photography? I like cameras, old cameras. I mean, yeah, now is always the best time to start any new pursuit, no matter how old you are or where you're at in life. How do you like to store the photos you take? In a photo book, digitally? The photos, I put them in a binder like this. This is where I put my negatives in something like this. And it's got a dust sleeve to keep the dust off it. And then I put them on my hard drive. And I I organize them by the date that I scanned them. So all the rolls I scanned today are going to be in a folder that's called 3:10:2026 film scans. And then within that folder, there will be individual subfolders with what each roll was. So that one was, it'll start with who shot it. So either me, Nick, and Sarah, either me, Nick, or Sarah, and then the names of the places where I shot the roll, and then what camera I used and what film stock. And that's how I organize my stuff. Anyway, let me get this going over here. Put this on screen. And oh wait, let me go to the vert scene real quick. Sorry, I know this looks all hectic right now, but we're gonna fix that. Turn that off, get this going, and then I'm gonna let you guys check this out. So here we go. You guys should be seeing that on the vert screen and on there. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pee, put the hot mic down so you guys don't have to hear my pee. Be right back.
You got a new LoPresti Army hat.
Whoa, someone just joined LoPresti Army?
Yeah, a little bit earlier ago. I just saw it.
Guys, big news. Apparently someone just joined LoPresti Army. Holy cow. Bwomp, 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 bwomp. Yeah, and I know I'm probably not organizing my stuff the best, but you know, as far as the dates of everything with my folder, some IT guy's telling me that I'm probably not, you know, I should label it with year first, but you know, it works for me so far. Good night, everyone here. Hey, have a good night. Thanks for chilling. Who just joined? What's the name? Pat, thank you so much for joining LoPresti Army. Keep a lookout. I have to send the welcome letters. I just got another new recruit the other day. Thank you so much for joining. I'll reach out to you, send you the new presets that I just came out with like a month ago. And yeah, dude, thank you so much for joining. Welcome aboard, soldier. And you'll have to let me know how you want your shout out in the videos, at the end of the videos. But yeah, I'm in Slovakia, so if you find a link, whatever, pro tip, what are we at? Easiest film to find, dude, Kodak 400. Yeah, AKA Fuji 400, because that's where they make Fuji now, in Rochester. You said you live in your parents' house. Are they also in that house? I live at my mom's house, which used to be my grandpa's house. So yes, my mom lives here. And I'm trying to be able to move out and do bigger and better things, build a darkroom. So if you guys want to help me reach my analog goals, please consider going to madebylopro.com and donating what you can today to help me make analog fun again. Recurring donations of at least $1 per month get you to join LoPresti Army. You get my Lightroom presets for free. You get exclusive discount codes to merch. You get exclusive photo critique perks like being able to submit more than one photo, and you open a direct line of communication with me in Instagram DMs or email. You know, either email me or DM me on Instagram if you're part of LoPresti Army anytime, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Anyway, let's go grab another roll of film. Let's keep this gravy train going. Okay, that's one down, 5 to go. Oh, I just lost the clip on that one. How's the picture? How's the sound? I'm not able to monitor the stream while I'm streaming as good as other people can because I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see how this one's going to look different in the preview because this has a clear base. This is Cat Labs 100, aka Kodak Aero Color, their aerial surveillance film. It's been cut down and sprocketed. I don't know how they do it, if they have another third party that cuts it down and perforates it, or if they do it in-house. I'm not sure how big the Cat Labs operation is.
Wait, we missed one from Friday from a Samantha.
We got another joined person?
Guys,
Okay, yeah, we got a couple of new recruits. We got a few new recruits we got to send the welcome letter to. Those welcome letters are going to be coming out soon. Mr. Raha, that's you? That's Pat? That's the new, or is Samantha you? Anyway, we're going to be reaching out to you, all of the new recruits soon. I'm sorry it's taken me a minute. But yeah, I forget what I shot this in, this arrow color. Or no, Sarah might have shot, no, I guess I'll figure it out.
Thank you, LoPresti Army.
Yeah, thank you so much, LoPresti Army. And by the way, if you also have the essential film holder, this helps a lot. If you cut a little diagonal strip, you cut the leader off in a diagonal, it helps you feed it easier through the holder. So now I'll move that over there. And you want the emulsion side facing up. And the way you can tell the emulsion side is this is the leader side. And if you're looking at it, you want it to look upside down. And then you know the emulsion side is up. But if you use a different kind of camera that feeds right to left instead of left to right, then it'll be the opposite. Let me put on my gloves before I force that through the slit. Why the big red rectangle in the upper corner? Well, you're about to see. There's going to be film there. That's the preview. This is not how the film's going to look after I actually convert it with Negative Lab Pro. This is just a live preview. How do I scan 110 film? Okay, yeah, sorry I missed that question earlier. Let's get this through there. Just a sec. There we go. Now we got the picture through. I scan 110 film the same way I scan 4x5 film, funny enough, with etched glass, aka ANR glass. Never spend money on ANR glass. That's what they market it. It's just etched glass, just like any, you can get panes of etched glass for super cheap. I should do a whole video about it, but if you want to check out how I learned about it, look up Shy Studio ANR. Glass is a scam. I use 2 sheets of glass, 1 normal thing of glass, then the film, emulsion side down, then the etched glass that's etched on one side with the etched side down. And then that eliminates Newton rings. And then I just put paper on there to mask the stray light that I don't want on the, in the scan. Anyway, this is, I know it looks really red. It's not going to look this red after I actually convert it. This is just a live preview, so the colors are off, okay? This is Cat Labs 100, aka Kodak Aero Color, which is, very hard to get get a bunch of bulk stuff of, which I would love to, though. Anyway, good night, Nick, says the Baked Simulator. Thanks for joining. You just ruined your film, Russo. What happened? The big red rectangle in the upper, yeah, we just, there you go. Here's what it is. It's my actual live film preview. Film to finance. Okay, yeah, I think we're all caught up with the chat. Thank you so much. Let's get going with the next roll, guys. Let me pull up.
Also, there's somebody else, James, that donated last week.
James donated? Is he joined? It's a recurring donation? Okay, well, thank you so much, James, Samantha, and Pat, all the new recruits. I got to reach out to you guys.
And Jay. I don't know if he's here, but.
And Jay. Wow, guys, this is dope. Is A&R the same function as the focusing plane? A&R glass, it's just anti-Newton ring glass. It's a marketing term. What it really is acid etched glass. It's kind of like ground glass, but it's only on one side. And I don't know if it's the same as like ground glass. I don't know, but since it has a rough texture on one side that you lay on the smooth texture of the film base, it eliminates Newton rings. It's dope. You put the textured side of the emulsion side of the film down onto normal glass. Then you put on top of that the etched glass with the textured side down. And then put it on top of this light setup. Bada bing, Bob's your uncle. You don't have any more Newton rings. So that's how I film 110. That's how I scan 110 film. Bing, bong. I kind of show the setup briefly in one of my videos. I think it might be my video shooting the 110 Minolta Zoom Auto, the Minolta Zoom 110 SLR camera. Yeah, I think I show off my setup a bit during that. Look at this blurry photo. Wow. And again, the colors are going to look better than this once I actually plug it into Lightroom and run it through Negative Lab Pro. So don't think, oh, Nick, he doesn't know what he's doing. Look at how ugly those colors look. I'm still riding high from making it on the D&D alignment chart, guys. I can't believe it. I'm on the analog subreddit alignment chart. I wonder if that guy was talking about me or Nick Carver when he said my stuff, I take too long to explain stuff. Like, I think I'm just being as thorough as I want, and I'm making the content I would want to know, and I'm trying to say everything that I think people need to know. Did I already take this one? Did I take 2 photos of Sarah there? Oh, yeah, this one's a portrait. Okay. Portrait mode. On to the next one. Another one. I'll figure out what camera I shot this on soon enough. Let's see. What is this? So, what did I put this through? I'm taking all these shots with the people in the parking lots. I'm trying to think of what camera I had that I was taking to like HEB. I was taking this to the grocery store, so it must have been a little camera. Did I run this through my Rolly 35? I don't think so. I don't think I put it through that. And I don't think I put it through my Braun Nürnberg Pax whatever it's called. How long ago did you film? Was it an adult or did it carry on from the old days? You're trying to ask when I started film photography. I started film photography in 2021. That's when I started film photography, and I was an adult. What is my favorite film lens? I really like my my 20mm f2.8 Nikon AF lens. Yeah, okay, I got you pretty good. Hell yeah. Look at this. I'm still trying to remember what camera I used to take these. Aerocolor. Cat Labs. What did I put Cat Labs into? Maybe, okay, I know, I remember. This is with my Olympus Mu 1. We used to have one Mu 2, aka the Infinity Stylus Epic, but that has some malfunctions lately, so we're not using it. Look at this little crappy shot I took here of my double chin. Anyway, I ended up getting Sarah a Mu 1 for Christmas to replace her broken Mu 2. And then, like a couple months later, we found another Mu 1 at an estate sale for like 15 bucks. So we made out like bandits. Now instead of one Mu 2, we have 2 Mu 1s. Hey, what do you know? Isn't that some skibbity for your Rizzler babies? Anyway, let's move on. See, I knew I'd remember what camera I shot this on. Okay, ding dong. That's kind of a vibe. I like that. That's dope. Keep on moving. Keep it on moving. And again, if you're just joining us, the picture is going to look way better than this. I know it looks all red cast right now, but that's just because I don't have the proper LUT loaded into OBS. So it's going to look better. This is just to give you guys a preview of what we're looking at. So, bing bong. If you guys want to see what I'm seeing, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm seeing over here. Sony filters, turn off the LUT. So this is what I'm seeing. This is the negative. I'll go back to the positive in a bit. Yeah, why everyone really love Olympus Mu? It's just the same as other point and shoots, right? But it's much more pocketable and easy. It's just easy. It's intuitive. You pull it out of your pocket, zip, and you open it like that, and you're ready to go. It's just a really fast to pull out of your pocket and start taking pictures with. And it's just like one of the most compact point and shoots out there. Very light, very easy to take around, and yeah, it's just a joy to use. These are pictures of some old Cadillac that was for sale. Yes, it was the Mu. It was the Mu, Mr. Raha. This Cadillac, I forget what they had on it. Like 4,000 or something.
Was that the red one, the burgundy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 4,000.
Okay, let's go back to the preview because I kind of want to see what this was looking like. Can I do color correction? That kind of ruins it, doesn't it? Hue shift. That doesn't help much. Turn that off. Okay, close. Anyway, so again, these aren't the end result colors. This is just for demonstration purposes, okay? I should really have a good automatic LUT or something for everything, but that's just what we're dealing with. There's Puppy and Schmoopy. That's my family. What do we got going here? Oh, that's my Uncle Brad. Here's some family time pictures. This was the Super Bowl party, the last time I had a sip of beer. But I shouldn't say that, because then TikTok will be like, he's talking about bad things. Get him off of here. Get him off of the platform. Get him out of here. And is that sad of me to be like, the last time I had a drink?
No.
The Mu is kind of like the XA from Olympus. They just have really nice features in the lens, so they demand a premium in today's market. But the XA gives you more control. Larry, welcome. What's up, soldier? How you doing? Nick, I purchased the Lomography film scanning kit. In the description, it says using your phone or digital camera. The problem is in the stand only holds an iPhone. No way is it made to hold a camera. So it's just not sturdy and beefy enough to hold a camera. I don't know. I'd have to see the Lomo thing. Maybe I can help you plan out a jerry-rig solution where you can get something like this. I'm just blessed to have thrifted everything I need. Let me look up the Lomo thing. Lomo copy stand. The Digital Liza, is that the thing? But that doesn't have the stand. That's just, oh, here we go. Digital Liza Max. Yeah, I don't know if that looks robust enough for anything more than a phone. But I mean, if you can get your phone to manual focus, it could be all right. Phone's got a lot of megapixels these days, and you don't really need, you know, a large sensor to make good scans these days, you know. But I don't know. See how good it works with the phone, and if the quality's not great, then go from there. I can help you plan something, I guess. Okay, I already took that shot. Let's go on to the next one. This is all family time shots, Super Bowl party. The photo guy from Czech. I found an Olympus 35 RC in the garage for my grandfather, which had damaged light seals. Now it's my favorite rangefinder camera, which is super portable. I don't know the Olympus 35 RC very well. I'd have to look into it. It sounds familiar, but I don't know if I can't even picture it in my brain of what it looks like. So I remember when I was taking these pictures, my Uncle Tony was like, "What's that?" Because I was doing the flash. He's like, "What's going on? I thought someone was shooting off fireworks." There's Tex. He's got his little lamb chop toy. Okay, that's it for Super Bowl pictures. What do we got going on here? Oh, here's my little cousin. We went fishing that day. Just see if he wants to go fishing later today. I don't know how the water is though. How can I turn off auto flash on Kodak KB10 camera? I don't know about that camera, man. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Come on, stick there. There we go. Just taking random pictures around the ranch with my camera. There's little beanie boy. He's kind of hard to photograph. He looks like an Ewok. Just a fuzzy little menace, that dog. Do you think 12 megapixels could be enough to scan negatives? Sure. Heck yeah, dude. I think it's more than enough, dude. Like 24 megapixels is like is really overkill with 35 millimeter for sure. Have you any opinion on the JJC film scanning rigs available from your standard Chinese resellers? I'm not too familiar with them, but if you want a great budget option, I would say that the Essential Film Holder is a great budget option. It's versatile. You can scan everything from half frame 35 millimeter film all the way up to 6x12 medium format. So you can do 6x5, 6x6, 6x7, 6x9, up all the way up to 6x12. And he's going to be coming out with 110 masks and 4x5 masks for it. And all in just a little over $80 US plus shipping worldwide. Get yours today at this QR code if you're on YouTube, or go to madebylopro.com/EFH. That's Essential Film Holder EFH. So check it out. And then you know, it doesn't come with a light, so you'd have to get your own light, but lights can be had for cheap. This one I use, I think, only goes for like 40 bucks or something. But anyway, it's a great rig, great camera scanning rig. So Sarah took some photos on this camera, on this roll. I love passing the camera back and forth with Sarah. There's my puppy. Look at that puppy. Do you also sometimes or always suffer from gas? Yeah, there's actually something on Facebook Marketplace I've been hemming and hawing about that I think I need to go and get, but I'm trying to fight the urge. I'm trying to fight the urge for it because I don't even have any use for it, but I want it, and one day I could make use of it. So yes, I suffer from gas just like everybody else. That's why I'm not trying to gas you guys up all the time. And anytime anyone asks me for recommendations, I just say, get the cheapest. Get the easiest, get the cheapest thing. You don't need to spend a lot of money to make good photographs. You can spend as little as possible. That's what I always say. Life is expensive. Groceries are expensive. Housing is unaffordable. You know, everything is so expensive. There's no reason for you to go broke taking pictures. You can make great pictures on a phone. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And I know if you're hanging out with other photographers, they'll scoff at you for that. They'll be like, look at this loser on his phone. But you know, you'll show them when you start making, like, people on Instagram don't know the frickin' difference. Only us photography nerds, like, you know, we all act all gatekeeping, and we're like, oh, this person's not as cool, not as good as me. I have this camera. They only use their phone, you know. But normies don't know the difference, you know. People will be like, why do you shoot film? There's digital, there's been digital. But if you just take a normal digital camera out, normies who don't think about photography at all are like, why don't you just use your phone? Why do you have a Leica? What the hell is a Leica? Who cares about Leica? Who cares about Hasselblad? Who cares about Phase 1? You know, it's all just bullcrap. We're just in this little bubble where we gas each other up 24/7 to buy expensive stuff, and I'm sick of it. You can't scroll in social media without some guy trying to sell you something, and I hate it. So you know what the remedy is? Go to madebylopro.com and buy my merch, get my Lightroom presets, get my stickers, get yourself some trash can shaped film capsules, and you join LoPresti Army for as little as $1 a month to help me keep making analog fun again. You get exclusive perks with the photo critiques where you can you can submit more than one photo during the photo critiques. You open a direct line of communication with me via email or Instagram DMs. You get my Lightroom presets for free. You get exclusive discount codes for merch, and you get your name shouted out at the end of videos. So please consider giving what you can at madebylopro.com today. And if you need yourself a film holder, scan this QR code if you're on YouTube, or go to madebylopro.com/EFH. It's the Essential Film Holder. It's great. And there's my ad read again. How many times have I done the ad read today, guys? Is anyone keeping count? Jeez. What's up, Ram? How you doing, dude? Thanks. Yeah, it's the Kodak boiler room hat, and it looks funny when I pull it all the way down. It makes my.
That's the coolest hat, though.
It is a cool hat. I love it.
It's a real employee's hat.
It's a real Kodak employee hat from Rochester. It's made in. Everything's great in Rochester. They make the best film, the beautiful film. You've never seen film like this. Why would you shoot digital when we have Kodak? Nice Kodak Rochester film, straight from Kodak, made from animal bones. It's silver halide crystal suspended in gelatin, made from the best cow bones you've never seen. Cows as beautiful as this. Yep. Anyway, almost every time I get green shadows in my scans. What am I doing wrong? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I never get green shadows. Maybe your stuff's too dense. Maybe you got light leaks. Maybe you got too much side light. You have to limit the amount of light that's hitting your negative. But as you could tell, this is a live feed. See, there's my hand. And there's no difference whether I put this down or lift this up. It looks the same. I just do this as a precaution in case I get excess light spillage. Let's make sure we're still in focus. And speaking of cows, look at those moo-moos. Look at those moo-moos.
A couple of comments I think you missed.
I missed some comments.
Someone said then it was unavailable.
Um,
I don't know what that was.
what was the video published and then unavailable? Are you talking the one today? The reel I published today that became unavailable? I got hit with a copyright thing, even though I own all I have a license. I got it from a stock website, stock music website. So I had to upload the license in there. If you're talking about the short I uploaded today, it was a clip from my Lomo MCA video. How did that turn off? Check, check. Hi. Hi. Sorry about that. When did I lose you guys? I was talking about World War II. Anyway, TikTok removed a thing because they said,
Can people hear you?
yeah, can you guys hear me? Hello, you have no sound. Sound, it's my bad.
Even talking about the copyright got him muted.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got to go to the other mic.
Also, someone afterwards said, yeah, the real question is, do you shoot for yourself or do you shoot for other photographers?
I mean, I feel like every picture I take is a picture I want to take. It's not spurred on by what the photographers that watch me want to see me take pictures of. It's pictures I want to make, you know? And I pride myself on that. I do all these like camera tests and, you know, stuff where I'm like showing off cameras, and you got to take pictures to show off these cameras and what they're capable of. But I never just go out and waste film. And I never, you know, I don't go on fancy trips and take pictures of stuff that everybody has seen a million times. You know,
I mean, we did do Route 66.
we did do Route 66, but that was for us because we really wanted to. So yeah, I take pictures for myself, dude. Why do you prefer camera scanning to film scanners? Because camera scanning is just much faster. There's a lot of setup where I have to clear my desk, put down all these microfiber cloths, set up this big thing. But after you do that, it's just like, let me see. Let's see how fast I can finish these. Okay, I already took that photo, unless there's two puppies. No, I already took that one. Okay, so now you pull it on to the next one. And whoops, I accidentally hit record. But with a film scanner, you could be sitting here for like a minute while it goes line by line, getting a high-res 3000 DPI scan. But here, done, 24 megapixels on the SD card. To the next one, pull it through. So if I'm not wasting time on a live stream talking to you guys, I would probably be done with all these pictures by now. See, there's two pictures in like 30 seconds, you know, bing bong. Let me go hang this up. But yeah, I'm back, guys. Thanks for putting up with all the logistical failings of my live streams. I'm gonna go plug in my spare mic so that if this one dies, they can't stop me. I'm gonna keep on talking. I wonder if the TikTok live's still going or if that got shut off, because I haven't seen anyone on TikTok talk in a while. Let me check. Let me check the TikTok stream. Gonna check the TikTok stream. Gonna check the TikTok stream. Live discontinued. Oh, it stopped because it wasn't going. Guys, okay, well, let's go live again. Go live. TikTok stopped forever ago because it was whatever. Go live. Sorry about that. TikTok, we're back. My bad. Let's make sure TikTok's plugged in with the chat module. Stop connecting, connect. There we go. Connecting TikTok. Sorry guys, you guys just got left behind because you know, come watch this on Instagram and stuff. Who wants to watch TikTok anyway? But I can't. I can only monitor like one thing at a time, so I wasn't able to tell that TikTok was canceling itself. Anyway, but here we are. We're scanning film. That big red thing is where you're gonna see the film as I run it through
Are you
my
doing
scanner.
photo submissions? You got an email from
No, we're not. We're not doing photo submissions.
Got you.
We're not doing photo submissions. At least not right now. But
Already, that was 2 hours, an hour ago.
Jesse's here. He was like, "Oh, I got to show off my pics." Jesse's always the first in line. Let me go plug this in. I'll be right back, guys. We're doing this and that. Having fun scanning film. Having fun scanning film. Having fun scanning film. Yeah. Okay. Non-absolute no for red light when dev only blackout. Oh. All I do is waste film, but then I exclusively shoot old expired film I've thrifted. Sometimes the result is great. Sometimes it's absolutely busted. Yeah, and honestly, I tend to prefer the busted ones. Yeah, why would you shoot film if you want it to look clean and perfect? If you want perfection, shoot digital. You know, everybody wants there to be no hair, no dust. They want like perfectly sharp. They want all the detail and everything and none of the mess up. Then why even shoot film in the first place, you know? Just to be like a freaking hipster? Is that it? You know, I like film because it's fun, because it looks different. You know, it's not all clean and perfect. That's why I like film. Okie dokie, exactly. Like and subscribe, everybody. Hell yeah. Thank you to everybody who has donated to the chat and everybody who has joined LoPresti Army by giving as little as $1 a month at madebylopro.com and all the perks that that entails. And thank you to all the LoPresti Army members for tuning in today. I appreciate you guys. And Jesse, if you're in the chat, let me know and I'll pull up those pictures that you submitted. I didn't know anybody submitted pictures, but see, if you're part of LoPresti Army, I'll drop what I'm doing and we'll do a little mini photo review. But usually I only do the photo critiques on dedicated live streams for that. But if you're part of LoPresti Army, I'll drop everything I'm doing to look at the pictures you send me, guys. Let's get the pictures back on screen. Bing. Here we go. How's it going, guys? What's up, TikTok? Hit me up. How you doing? How we doing? We're scanning film over here. Camera scanning film over here. I think this is a roll of expired Kodak Gold 400 that Sarah shot, and we weren't sure if it was going to turn out good, but it ended up turning out looking okay. All right, mamma mia. How we doing? We're scanning film. Look at this. See, scanning film. There's a picture there, feeding through my camera scanner. The essential film holder that holds my film for me. Let me go on to the next frame. I want to make sure I got this framed up good. Nah, never mind. The frame lines look really faded. It's all underexposed. Okay. There we go. Would you say that a Zenit E is any good for a main SLR? It probably uses M42 screw mount lenses. There's plenty of good ones of those. I don't really know anything else about the specific Zenit cameras. So I'm sure it's great, dude, if you can get it for super cheap. I personally wouldn't want to spend more than $10 on a Zenit camera. So, and that's US dollars. I don't know what currency you use. There we go. First one all framed up and ready to go off to the races. There's one thing I don't understand, says Timothy5198. I'm developing film at home and it's mostly only expired films. And sadly, every time it's super, super grainy and I don't know why. It's probably because it's expired film, you know. Old film, you know, loses quality over time, gets grainier, you know. That's what happens with old expired film. It's grainier, contrastier if you try to, you know, compensate for the fact that it's old and tired. And that's just what happens. It's the way of the world, you know. My mama told me the more expired the film is, the grainier it is, and you got to learn to love it. And this picture is going to look better, by the way. This is just a live preview. The colors are going to look better once I run this through Negative Lab Pro. This is just so you guys can get an idea of what I'm shooting. It's a room. with a thing. Here's the kitchen. This is where I develop my film, in the kitchen. Let him cook. Let him cook, right? And sadly, every time I see, yeah, we already answered that. Anyway, bing bong, how we doing? We're doing stuff today. Hey. I wonder if my new video got removed off TikTok. I ended up censoring that video that they banned. Guys on TikTok, go check out my page. If you're on TikTok, check out my page and let me know if that new reel that I posted today is there. It's all about the history of an East German lens. Let me know if it's still there. I reposted. I censored it. I blocked out all the bad German things. Look at that picture. That's when we went to Rio Ranch. Have you seen the Veloy EZ35? I've had mine for a while now, and I'm loving it. I've seen it. I just already have a great film holder right here, the Essential film holder. I just think it's way more versatile than the EZ35 because you can do everything from half frame 35mm all the way up to 6x12 medium format. You can get yours today at this QR code if you're on YouTube, or if you're watching on TikTok or Instagram, you can go to madebylopro.com/EFH. And thank you for letting me know that that reel is still there. It did not get taken down yet. Hooray. Okay, on to the next one. On to the next one. Another one. Another one. What did I miss? I just got a Canon AE1. Congratulations, great camera. And I'm really excited to shoot my first roll. I used a Canon EOS 300 before, so it's a nice upgrade. Hell yeah. You can't dislike Nick's videos. Well, tell that to all the people that do. There's a lot of people that do thumbs down on a lot of my videos. You know, it's always like at least like 95% thumbs up, you know. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, sorry I keep plugging my stuff, but there's people coming in and out. And, you know, you got to, if you don't shout yourself out, who's going to do it? If you don't, you know, if you're not selling yourself, and that's the only way to make it in this world. You got to sell yourself. You got to hustle, sadly. You know, I've seen that meme tons of times. Born to dilly-dally, forced to lock in. Yeah, you got to lock in, okay? You got to lock in. You got to grind. Hustle, grind set, right? That's what we're doing, so sorry. If I could just do the scanning and not have to keep plugging my stuff, I would do that, you know, but this is what it is. This is the film scanning world we live in. Okay, so this must have been in Sarah's Mu 1 because there's pictures from the location in Comfort, Texas where we took the 3 megapixel camera out to. So these are some of Sarah's pictures coming up on screen right now. Is the slow flapping of mirror on AE1 program can affect the images? If it's flapping so slow that it's getting in the way of the exposure, then maybe. The lens I'm using right now is a Sony FE Macro GOSS 90mm 2.8. It's a very expensive lens that I probably didn't need to waste a lot of money on. You can get away with a lot cheaper of a lens for scanning film. You don't even need a macro lens. You can scan with a normal lens and use macro extension tubes, or use a macro reversal ring, which allows you to take your lens off and put it on backwards to get a closer focusing distance to be able to, you know, fill up your sensor with the film. Anyway, when I shot 200 on 400, the night is too dark. When you shoot 200 or 400, I mean, when you're shooting at night, like no matter how high your ISO is, you're still having to find pockets of light. So, you know, depending on your shutter speed, it might be too low. Like to comfortably shoot in mixed lighting conditions at night with street lights and whatnot, you'll probably be better at 800 plus. You know, if you could crank it all the way up to 6400, you'd be doing even better. But yeah, you know, ISO doesn't let you see in the dark. It just, you know, lets you take shorter exposures with more stop-down apertures, you know, for and get a good exposure, I guess. You know, it's a triangle. It's a triangle. And no, this isn't for the Illuminati. It's not for the Illuminati. It's for those who are naughty. Anyway, that was creepy. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, we already took that one. On to the next one. Hey, there's me. There's two of me's. I want to scan film with my Hasselblad X2D2. That sounds fun. Is that what? How many megapixels is that? Those are expensive, aren't they? Jeez. I already took that one, right? I see. I always forget. Yeah, we're still good. Am I still in focus? Let's check critical focus. Zoom in on the grain. Yeah, we're there. Okay, back out. On to the next one. Oh, we got another Nick Mirror pick. Another Nick Mirror pick. Another Nick Mirror pick. This is when we were waiting to use the potty. I got a little baby bladder. I always got to pee when we're out and about. What is my favorite film lens? I love my Nikon 20mm f2.8 AF, and I have 2 copies of it. That's how much I love it. I love shooting wide. It's got a really nice minimum focusing distance. I think it's like less than a foot. So you can get really close to people and get like wide angle distortion. It's real cool. And it works on my f100. It works on my Nikon f5. And it even works on my digital Nikon, the D7000. But with the D7000, that's a crop sensor, so it's more like a 28mm. Have you ever scanned any cross-process slide film? Yes! You can check out my video all about shooting expired Ektachrome. I have a bag of expired Ektachrome 200D that expired in 1981 that I processed it as a positive with E6 chemicals. I processed it, cross-processed it in C41, and I even did DIY color reversal processing on it by using my own black and white developer, HC110, plus C41 chemicals, and you can get a positive. You just have to take it out of the tank and expose it to light, put it back in, and then do the C41. So you do black and white, exposed to light, C41. Bing bong. See, you're learning so much. Please consider, help and pay for all this information that I give away for free by going to madebylopro.com and giving at least $1 per day to help me keep making analog fun again. You get my Lightroom presets for free. You get to DM me and email me anytime, and I'll drop whatever I'm doing and get back to you. You get exclusive, you get your name shouted out in the videos, exclusive photo critique perks like getting to send more than one photo at a time to the photo critiques for review from the class and all that stuff. Sorry, I'm doing it again. I don't have a Discord channel yet. I'm thinking about making my own channel and hosting it on my own hardware because I don't like I heard somebody bought Discord. I heard it got acquired and I think it's compromised. So I would like to make my own Discord channel and host it on my own server and not be beholden to any powers that be, so we can talk about whatever we want, dude. Not that we're going to talk about any weird stuff, but I was just talking about some Cold War lens, and that got people's panties in a bunch. So, apparently freedom of speech is dead, truth is dead, and that's just the world we live in. Bing bong. Okay.
It's saying it has not been bought, but it is pursuing going public.
They're going public? Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know what I saw. I thought I saw a headline. T Baggins says, I'm going to need you to stop yelling. Well, make me stop. I don't know, dude. I'm not even yelling. This is not yelling. This is my inside voice right now. I'm not yelling at all. I'm just talking, dude. What do you mean yelling? If you want to hear me yell, dude, I could get a lot louder than this. Gee whiz. You can't tell me what to do. This is America. This is America. Have you ate at Mamacita's in Kerrville lately? Is it still decent? I wouldn't say it's ever been decent. I like the green dip. I haven't ate there in forever, dude.
They don't know what fucking hot sauce.
They don't even have hot. They have Tabasco. For a Mexican restaurant, they don't have any Cholula. They have no Valentina. They have none of those other Hispanic type of hot sauces. They just got Tabasco. What, are you even kidding me, dude? Their salsa's all right. The green sauce is pretty cool. I like the green sauce. But other than that, it's just like mid. The fresh tortillas are pretty cool. But other than that, it's like, nothing special about it that makes me like, wow, I love it. Anyway, have I ever photographed the night sky on film? Yeah, a little bit. I've just done star trail stuff. I've never tried to do like real astro. I believe you can't host a Discord server on your own hardware, but I've heard of something else called Spacebar, which integrates with Discord APIs. I've heard somebody sent me an email about it. I gotta look into it. But you should be able to. I should be able to host a thing that can link in to Discord, and I don't know. We'll see. I scan 35mm film with 120 film. Well, that's awesome. That's a way to get medium format grain out of your 35mm film. Scanning film with film. That's great, dude. The green sauce is great. Hell yeah. Are macro extension tubes common? I use Canon Digital. Yeah, you can look them up. I don't really know much about using them other than, they give you a better minimum focusing distance. this is not Negative Lab Pro in front of me, but I will use Negative Lab Pro to convert these after I get them on the computer. This is just a live preview. I'm using my own LUT on this to let you guys see what I'm looking at, but this isn't the end result. It's going to look a lot better once I'm done with it. These are all Sarah's pictures. Look at how good and aesthetic these pictures are. They're amazing. They're beautiful.
Are they any good? I haven't
Yeah,
been able
they're
to
pretty
see 'em.
good. Look at that picture.
Uh-huh.
Looks pretty good. Looks nice. Everybody, tell Sarah how good of a photographer she is. Sarah's a great photographer. She's the best photographer I know.
That is not true at all.
Show you it is. Look, she's taking pictures of me through the car window. Yeah, I've never been to the Mamacitas in Fredericksburg. I always forget they have other Mamacitas, and I always think, where is Papacitas?
Isn't there a Papacitas in San Antonio?
I guess there's a Papacitas in San Antonio, says Sarah. Now I know. Mamacitas, Papacitas, Babycitas.
I feel like every time we see it, we make a comment. Like, oh.
Texas is the goat for film vibes, dude. Thank you. It is pretty, it can be photogenic at times, that's for sure. But I feel like we've tapped out a lot of our surrounding areas, but we have found some new areas we want to keep exploring. We don't get out away from the ranch that often, so it can feel a little mundane and monotonous at times, taking pictures of the same things, taking pictures of each other. Most of Sarah's pictures are of me, so what are you gonna do? I'm not just a YouTuber, I'm a model extraordinaire, and of course, puppy dog. We take most of our pictures of puppy dog and then of chickens. So that's what we do. That's what we do. We take puppy pics. That's how we bring joy into our lives. Puppy pictures. Puppy pictures. Give us some money. Don't mess around with no silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. Something now to make me annoyed. Give all the toys to the little rich boys. Don't show any violent extremism here. I know, dude. I gotta be careful. I can't, I was thinking of doing some silent movie reviews, but if I show Charlie Chaplin, some stuff might happen. So, anyway. Have you guys heard about how most of the silent movies ever made were lost to time because they shot them on non-safety film, which is highly flammable. So all these warehouses of old films, they got burnt up. And now I think that might have been on purpose, to destroy any evidence of the old world ways of life, so that we don't know what we're missing out on. That baby face when he wore that hat. Nick yeah. How's it going? You guys like my hat? You guys like my big hat? Hello, fellow kids. Hello, fellow kids. This is my Steve Buscemi voice. Ha. Anyway, there's Puppy in the grass. We were at the creek here. Puppy gets freaked out from water. He does not like bodies of water. So we were trying to entice him to go take a dip, but he wouldn't do it. And he was getting all stressed out about it. Here he is after we got away from the water. What are we doing? Am I throwing rocks here? That's my new thing. Every day I throw rocks. Yeah, I'm practicing for the Christmas clam toss. That's our new tradition, the Christmas clam toss. You guys should look into it. It's real fun. I don't know where you would find any information on it because I made it up, but it's the Christmas clam toss, everybody. You eat clams on Christmas Eve and then you throw the clam shells at something that makes a big noise the next day. And the clam shells just shatter. It's a lot of fun. Look into it. Think about starting a new tradition with you and your loved ones, you know. Give yourself something to look forward to that's more than just Amazon orders or consuming, you know, just sanitized media on the Netflix or the Amazon. That's all just propaganda, you know. Look, give yourself something more to look forward to than doom scrolling or playing some crappy microtransaction filled video game, you know, that just really doesn't fill your life with meaning at all. Go out there, do something meaningful, you know, something, connect with people, forge relationships, make friendships, do something scary. That's what fills this life with things worth remembering.
When's the last time you did something scary?
When's the last time I did something scary? Well, the first thing that jumped in my mind was when I hosted that live podcast in Austin, Texas. I was freaked out. Guys, go check it out. It's one of my worst performing videos. I filmed a live podcast at a bar in Austin, Texas.
With how much time?
With only like a couple of hours worth of preparation. Like, so I had to be the MC on stage in front of real people. Like, YouTube's easy. I talk to a camera. I can stop at any time. You know, and it's not that scary doing live streams because so what if I say something bad, who cares? But, you know, in front of a crowd of real people looking at you and judging you, public speaking is scary. So, yeah, I was freaked out. I like went to the bathroom like a dozen times before it was time to go. I think there's something about like that scariness of public speaking where I'm like, I want to like get everything out of me. You know what I mean? Like, worst case scenario, I say something embarrassing, I crap my pants on stage, everyone boos me off stage, public humiliation, no one will ever, you know, watch my YouTubes again. Anyway, that was the last thing I did that was really scary. Talking on stage freaks me out. I used to do it a lot more often. I used to pursue being a rapper. I used to play drums in a band, but those are different. When you have music, when you have bandmates, you know, especially when you're behind a drum set, you can feel invincible, you know. Look at that. There we go. That's a little better. But when you're just on stage talking, you know, it's pretty scary. It can be scary. Does double exposure look good? Hell yeah, dude, it looks good. Double exposure is fun, whether it's on purpose or on accident. Thank you for watching that video, M. Thayer. You're one of the few. That one didn't do too good with the algorithm. They didn't know what to do with it. Bing bong. Just found this channel recently. Yeah. If you guys want to see one of my original masterpieces, it's still one of my longest videos. It's still, and it's the best one, the Pinsta video. The video all about the Pinsta camera, the pinhole 4x5 direct positive onto paper pinhole camera, the Pinsta. Go check out that video. It's almost 40 minutes long, and it's a lot of fun. It's one of the first long form videos I ever made. And then also Schmoopy Surprise is a fun one where I look at my photos for the first time after shooting an event. Sarah culled down the selection of digital photos and picked her favorite 10. Oh, what's up, Toast? How you doing, Toast? Everybody, if you want to get your picture taken, or if you want to take good pictures in a professional studio in Minneapolis, go check out Toast Studios. Professional studio, professional lighting. You can rent their film cameras for the day. You know, you can. They have a professional 4x5 camera. They've got Hasselblads. They got RBs, I think. They got not RBs the food, but like RB67, RZ67s. Okay, now it's all the short rolls. I think that one's cut. That one's cut. That one's cut. So yeah, let's do the short rolls. Okie dokie. Yeah, so Minneapolis is not just Somali people at Leering centers. It's also the greatest photo studio in the United States of America, Toast Studios. Check it out today. Don't let the government lie to you. Toast Studios is where it's at. Anyway, bing bong. Everybody, please like the stream. Please subscribe. Please go to madebylopro.com today and give what you can to help me keep making analog fun in an independent way. I'm not beholden to any sponsors because no one will sponsor this, frickin' based cool photo dude that is on your screens right now. No one will take a chance on me. So I appreciate you guys letting me keep this community going. It's by, for, and of the people to keep this stuff honest with impartial reviews of photo gear and film photography techniques, trying to teach y'all how to enjoy analog in a fun way and not break the bank. So I'm very thrifty. I try not to spend a lot of money. That's the only way I'm able to survive, living in my mom's house. So if you want to help me get out of my mom's house and start a darkroom, please consider donating at madebylopro.com today. You get exclusive perks, like you get my Lightroom presets for free. You get to DM me and email me anytime you want and ask me questions. You get to submit multiple photos to the photo critiques. You get exclusive discounts to my merch. And you'll be way cooler if you do. So thank you to everyone who has joined LoPresti Army during this live stream. I appreciate you. And just in case you're just joining us, no, this is not how the picture final result will look. I'm going to edit it more, and it's going to look better. This is just a live preview. They tend to do better than the normal lives, says Raha. I have in the past done vertical live streams on YouTube, but I don't know. I got to figure out a way to do multiple streams on there, because right now I'm multi-streaming to Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube all at the same time. And there's ways you can do the multi-stream and do vertical and horizontal at the same time. I'm not in the basement because there is no basement. Not a lot of people have basements here in Texas. I'm in the den, so that's pretty much the Texas basement is the den. So here we go. This is Sarah's roll that she shot on her Olympus Mew. And look at that. Direct into the sun. The best film is Shrek 2. Hell yeah, dude. That's a movie. DreamWorks makes the team work. Okay. I know the picture looks ultra blue cast, but again, this will all look better after I run it through Lightroom and do color corrections and stuff. This is just an initial little live preview, low res preview. So don't get discouraged. Don't be like, oh, Nick doesn't know what he's doing. Look at how ugly that film looks. Because I'll tell you what, brother, it's going to look a lot better by the time I'm done with it. Did you know that this live stream is 106 minutes? Is it? Where do you even see that? Can I see that on YouTube? What does it say? Oh, it looks like I'm spinning out on YouTube. Pause, play, play. Are we still going on YouTube? We still live, guys? It's spinning out for me over here. We're still live on Instagram. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it doesn't look like we're spinning out. But yeah, it says 147 minutes. No, it says an hour and 47 minutes. What did you say? Did you know? Where did you say it? Did you know 106 minutes? It's been longer than 106 minutes. It's at an hour and 47 minutes and 47 seconds on my end. Woo-wee. Do you have flash photography videos? I do. I gotta reload that. Hopefully that doesn't kill the live stream. Let me close this. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to clear up stuff on my end. I don't know what's going on. Oh. The little YouTube live portal is like all freezing up, so I'm going to try and see if I can pull it back up. Go live, manage. Yeah, we're still live. Cool. Bing bong. Connect to your start preview. Oh, we're still going? We're still streaming? Yeah, we're still here. Okay, cool. We're good. 1 hour and 48 minutes. We're still going strong. We still got like 3 rolls to get through. Do you edit all of your pictures after scan them or just some of them? I mean, I guess you could consider that I edit all of them because I run them through Negative Lab Pro, which automatically inverts and balances the color and everything. but I barely ever do any adjustments beyond the default settings of Negative Lab Pro because I just like how it looks coming out of it. Which do you prefer, scanning negatives with a camera or with the scanner? Obviously with a camera. That's what I'm doing now using the Essential Film Holder. Get yours today at this QR code or go to madebylopro.com/EFH. Best, most versatile, value-packed film holder on the market. Ain't no lie, baby. We dug out a hole for a guy so he could put in a basement. It's almost $70,000 for that hole. That's why there's not basements in that part of Texas. Yeah, it's rocky ground out here. By the way, thank you for convincing me to trade my Canon 6000 for a Rollei 35 and start shooting film like a real man. Well, Calorie, welcome to the fold, I guess. What's not? Okay, it's not freezing cool. Alejandro, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Hi, which do you prefer? Okay, yeah, I guess I already answered you. I didn't realize that was you. How's it going, man? Welcome to the live stream. Alejandro's cool. He's a freaking, he's a legit photographer. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Anyway, bing bong. Here we go. Next photo. I know it looks all blue cast. It almost looks like we're shooting turquoise over here, but it's gonna look better after I run it through Negative Lab Pro. These are just initial previews, so don't get discouraged. I know I've said that a million times, but you never know who has logged off and come back, and there's always new people coming out of here and coming back in. What's my favorite photographer, says Dreamy. Well, obviously Sarah. Sarah is my favorite photographer. After that, I would say I'm my favorite photographer. And then after that, Ouija. I like Ouija. Arthur Fellig. 1940s press photographer in New York City. And then I guess I like Bruce Gilden. And yeah, that's it. Everyone else can suck an egg. No, I'm just kidding. I also like Alexander Just. He's one of the greats. He's better than David LaChapelle. I also like Anthony of Anthony's Expired Film. He's great. Who else? I love Sweet Lou Photography. He's one of the greats. I like Shutter Slaps. I like Ace Creates. I like Nop Top, even though he doesn't consider himself a photographer all the time. Those are all the great photographers of our generation, guys. But most of all, Sarah, at Sarah Dolia. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. I got to type it in. Follow Sarah on the Instagram. That's her Instagram. Follow her. That's a name. On a serious note, got a recommendation for a camera I can carry as a union iron worker and snap quick film pics, thinking maybe a Argus C3 might be small enough while I'm on the iron. I don't get something small and pocketable, dude. Something you don't have to think about using. Get some automatic point and shoot like the Mu1 or a Pentax UC1. Something you can fit in your pocket, especially when you're working. You don't want something getting in your way, dude. And an Argus C3, I feel like those are just like annoying to use, aren't they? All manual control. My cat is not meowing. That's the rooster crowing. Yeah. Kitty cats. That's my rooster. Not my rooster. It's one of my mom's 3 roosters. We have 3 roosters that coexist in the same backyard. You always mention above you dislike corporations and things like that. I don't know if it's sarcasm, but you still use Lightroom, Photoshop. Why not use Darktable instead? Because I am stuck in this ecosystem. I've been using it since 2006. I've been stuck with Adobe since before they started doing subscription models. So yeah, it's just all I've ever known, and I'm afraid of change. I know they are a terrible company, and they train AI with everything you run through their programs, but whatever. What's my opinion on photography degrees? Throw them in the trash. Throw them in the garbage. Nobody cares if you got a bachelor's in photo stuff. Nobody cares if you went to film school. They want to know that, like, you know, if you really want to do it, just get your foot in the door on a production set, or just go out there and take photos. Whatever you want to do, like, you know, just go out there and do it, you know. There's people out there that don't know anything about photography that are making a lot of money on it, that don't care about it as an art form. They just look at it as making money. So you can go out and do that and get experience and have a portfolio, and that's all that matters. You can teach yourself all the stuff they would teach you in school. So you don't need a degree. College is a scam. That's my opinion, but I think it's more than just an opinion. I think it's a fact. I have a pet chicken too. Her name is Big Chungus. I used to have more, but time takes its toll, as it does. Yeah, we've lost a few out here. Whether they got carried away by a fox or a coyote or one of them. What did we call her? We called her Gimpy. We had one named Gimpy. She jumped out of the brooder. When they're real young, you keep the chicks in a brooder to keep them warm. It's just like, a heat lamp in a little cage. She jumped out of it when she was real young, broke her legs, and they never healed right. And, up to an adult chicken, she could barely move around. And eventually she just succumbed to her own weaknesses. And that was very sad. Anyway, now way to suck the energy out of the room, right? Gee whiz. Anyway, look at all these cool photos Sarah be taking. College gets you connections with people in the medium, I guess, but so can just going out and working and meeting the people in real world scenarios. At least that's what I think. Go get your foot in the door, talk to people on Instagram, go to meetups, find somebody with a studio, go offer to be a gopher for them, and offer to set things up and handle running cords and doing grip stuff. I don't know. I'm going into university to become an art therapist. Glad I'll still be able to do photo stuff without dedicating my major to it. What is an art therapist? What is that? You gonna calm people down by teaching them how to paint or something? Help them deal with their life trauma through art? That sounds fun, I guess. I'm just cynical, guys, because I got college debt, and I feel like I didn't need to go to school for graphic design. Do I smoke? No, I am a non-smoker because I'm cool, dude. Don't smoke. Smoking's bad for you. Don't you want to live? Don't you want to be alive? This guy says, hey man, I just finished my third roll on the Minolta X700. And then what else did you say? Sorry, I'm looking at two things at once now. On the Minolta X700. I'm an IMAX projectionist. Wow, that seems like a dream job, dude. Who works with IMAX 70mm film. Much love. Dude, that is sick, dude. Freaking, I've seen some reels. We got to see Oppenheimer. We got to see Oppenheimer on 70mm at the San Antonio IMAX. Was pretty dope. So that's sick, dude. Was that you? Was that you up in the booth? I feel like it was a big delay getting the feature started because I feel like the projectionist was on break or something. My cat with one eye is named Gimpy. See, that's a good name for crippled pets. How many films are you going to scan later on this stream? We got 2 more films to scan after this one. Well, if there's any reference for how important degrees are, I have a master's degree in cybersecurity, but my 2 jobs at the moment are fine dining chef and photographer. See, there you go. It's a privilege to be able to actually make money with the knowledge you gain from university. A lot of people go and get high and mighty degrees and then just work in the service industry, and it's a shame. It's tough out there. What's your top 3 films of all time? Kodak XX, Vision 3 500T, and Fuji 400. If you meant movies, if you meant films by movies, then I guess The Matrix, Terminator 2, and Shaun of the Dead. And I'm not really basing that off anything other than 3 movies that I like that I just remembered, that I can pull off the top of my head. That's really not on any tier list. They're all equally good. I don't know. Pretty standard one on one therapy, but it's great for younger kids with poor communication. Also used in hospice care a lot. Great way to express without judging the quality of work. Okay, well, that sounds nice. And good thing I moved on to movies instead of just talking about film stocks. See, I realized the error of my ways, corrected myself. So thank you guys so much for watching me film stuff and talking to me, guys. I have to choose between a degree in art, restoration, and photography. I don't know. I would say, I guess, art restoration, man. I mean, I think
I don't know how many jobs are out there. Someone with an art history degree.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude.
Jobs
I
are
would say
hard
don't
here.
do either. I'd say just go out there and make work and try to bust into the industry. Don't waste your youth in a classroom. That just seems terrible. That's what I did. Um, I'm looking for a wide lens for my Nikon FM2. Do you have any recommendations? I've heard good things about the 21 millimeter f3.5, or it might be a 20 millimeter. I don't know. Oh, that's awesome, man. That was me. Haha. Yeah, sometimes it can take a while to make sure everything is working good. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm a dummy. Rocks. Edward Furlong is so cool. Who's Edward Furlong? See, I don't know anything about movie trivia. I could watch this all day. I'll send my films over for Nick to scan just to make this longer. Hell yeah, send them over. Send anything you want to P.O. Box 251, Ingram, Texas 78025. I will type it in the chat so you guys can see. P.O. Box 251, Ingram, Texas 78025. Send stuff there if you guys want to send me anything cool. Any cameras, any film, any prints, any money, any checks. A deed to a house would be preferable so I can have a house and build a darkroom and make cool darkroom content. If anybody knows any rich sugar daddies that like stuff like this, let them know that I will simp for them to get all their money, so that I could, so I don't have to keep begging you guys. If I could find some freaking, money banks, patron, sponsor, then I don't need to be begging you guys for money all the time. Wouldn't that be nice for us? 24-hour streams. Is that how long I'm going, Nop? It feels like it sometimes, doesn't it? Do I like the Minolta X700 and how do you clean your focusing screen? If you want to, X700 is a great camera. I have a video about it on my YouTube channel. It's the Minolta X700 and the truth about photo walks. I kind of did two topics in one with that video. And I don't know, to clean the focusing screen, does it have a removable focusing screen? I would Google that, dude. I feel like you want to be as gentle as you can with your focusing screens. If you can get most of it off by just going up into there like bulb mode, or no, I guess not bulb mode. You would just take the lens off and go up there with a brush and do a little bit of that onto it. And then if you need to use a microfiber cloth, that's good. But if you have to get in the top of it, I don't know. You're gonna have to figure out how to disassemble that. I don't know how to do that with an X700. What are we at? Am I on the last frame here? I think this is the last frame. Did I already take it? Already took it. Let's see. Oh, no, there's one more. There's a bonus frame that I cut into like a jerk. Sorry, babe. I cut one of your frames.
That's the second one.
Bing bong. There we go, though. Sorry, I'm missing you guys. Phoenix 2, HP4, and Color Plus. I know Color Plus and Phoenix are much liked by a lot of film, but I love their colors. They are great. Why film photographer likes to shoot gas station and abandoned houses? Because it is just something special about shooting some old, abandoned places on an obsolete format that feels so meaningful and makes me feel cool and important. Thanks to you, I got my Minolta X300 with a lens and flash for $25. I tested it last week and I already fell in love with it. You're just diving way deeper into the shooting itself. Hell yeah, dude. Connect with the process. Huh. What would be a good cheap lens for a Nikon D800 to scan film? And what is your opinion on DF90 monobath? That's the first way I developed black and white film. Works great. It's contrasty. Looks cool. I don't know much about lens selections for Nikon stuff. You heard Life magazine closed a few weeks ago. Wah, that's sad. The focusing screen is not user changeable, but there is stuff on the top. You've got to figure out how you have to disassemble it then. I mean, look up X700 disassembly video. That's what I would do. Hey, I took your advice on the trichrome airchrome look and I've developed a sort of one image solution to it. Please check the tutorial I've posted in your free time. Okay, will do. I'll figure it out. X700, the shutter gets stuck halfway at the lower shutter speeds. That's sad. I hate when that happens. I just shot a roll of the new Vision 3 remjet-free AHU. Love the result. I'm sad that they changed the recipe though. I love remjet. My scanning setup is based on a piece of plywood with an old chair leg screwed on. Works great. Whatever works, dude. It ain't stupid if it works. That's rough. Did you change the battery? Who are we talking to? Oh, the X700. Yeah, make sure to put a fresh battery in before diving deep into disassembly. Is it worth buying the Mamiya G645? I don't know about the G645. I have the M645 and I like it. Have you considered hosting a roundtable about why we are driven to do photography? That sounds fun, but I feel like, you know, people like gear. I don't think people have enough skibbity left in their brain for actually having meaningful conversations about photography that perform well with the algorithm. And I have to base every creative decision I do based on what the machines want me to do. So it's the sad world we live in, but that is it. Skibbity 6-7 to your mother. Okay, what's the Mercedes of cameras? I don't know. Hasselblad, phase 1, I guess. You know, dog. Is older camera going to take color pictures on color film or will it look black and white? It depends. If it's a digital camera, I think most digital cameras are color. There's only a few monochrome cameras on the market ever. So most digital cameras take color pictures. Okay, 2 more strips left. We'll start with the longer one and move on to the shorter one. Here we go again. We're still doing live streaming stuff. This guy says he's tempted to get a Fuji GFX for scanning. Don't scan, but been using it for years. Don't scan. Wait, what have you been using for years? Film or the GFX? Like, I feel like the only point to go higher than 24 megapixels on your digital scanning camera would be if you're doing medium format or large format scans, because 24 is overkill for 35 millimeter. You can get a little bit better grain sharpness with higher resolution for medium format or large format, but I don't know. If you're just going to do 35 millimeter film, then I don't think you need that many megapixels for doing film scanning. Okay, on to the next roll. Puppy, you okay? He just acted like he was going to cough, but he ended up not coughing. Macro Nikkor 55 millimeter f2.8 with PK13 works great for scanning. There you go, guys. Thanks for helping each other out when I don't have the answers, because I don't know everything, you know? So I appreciate you guys filling in the gaps for everybody. Okay, on to the next shot. This is some more expired Kodak Gold 400. You streamed yesterday on TikTok in order to get some new features. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. Right now TikTok is able to, I got all these on-screen, like how I have this on-screen chat, and I'm basically able to use OBS and feed that directly into TikTok now. So it's a lot better than having to just film one camera stream from my phone. So I'm able to just more condense it down all into one output. So that works great. I'm asking if you're tempted by it. I've been on GFX 102 for a while. I mean, I would love to have a super high resolution camera, but there's no way I can afford anything like that anytime soon unless you guys donate at madebylopro.com. What camera shutter sound do you like the most? I love the Hasselblad. Sounds great. The Hasselblad 501 CM. Great shutter sound. What's your favorite type of photography? You like documentary photography? You want to be a member of Magnum? So of course I would love to be, but I don't think I could ever fit in with those pretentious bigwigs. I like street photography. That's my favorite type of photography. Gotcha. Incredible system for shooting anyway. Yeah. I hate that Yashica has been bought and bastardized by a Chinese company that just puts out junk. I know, don't you? You love to hate it, right? Hi Nick, what TLR camera would you recommend for beginners with medium format photography? Yashica. You can get I use Yashica TLR cameras. They're great. I love them. You don't have to get the best one either. You don't have to get the 124 Matte G. You can get the cheaper ones. I just got a 6.7 film camera. Skibbity, skibbity, skibbity. Doing camera scanning, how many pixels is enough on the scanner? I mean, you can get by with doing a 24 megapixel scan. You can do even a 12 megapixel scan, but if you want to be able to see, if you want to be able to blow up a picture that like, if you want to see every single grain crystal on 6.7, you'll need at least like 50 megapixels probably. What film do you shoot more, color or black and white? I've been shooting a lot of color lately. I want to go back to shooting black and white though. Have you tried RGB light scanning? Not yet. Not yet. But maybe one day I'll switch over. You're scanning color negatives and you have a LUT that provides a positive preview. That's neat. Yeah, dude. The preview is all blue tinged. It'll look better once I actually run it through Negative Lab Pro. Full-time photographer at Tesla, 5 years now. Wow, congratulations, Trevor. See if you can get Elon to donate a couple of mils my way, dude. Hell yeah, I'll stop talking about Epstein. Why are you saying you wouldn't fit in Magnum? I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm just humble. Maybe I'm just, maybe I have confidence issues, imposter syndrome. Who knows? Anyway, we're punching in, trying to make sure we got critical focus on them grains, on them dye packs. Is that the one? That's the first frame? Cool. We don't have a half frame to start this one off. Bing bong. Let's go. And now we're off to the races if I can find the remote. Here it is. Working on your donations too? Yeah, dude. We're working for donations, man. Trying to get them bigwigs to pay attention. But don't worry, I'm not going to sell out, guys. That's why I need you guys to, this needs to be crowdfunded. Crowdfund the Nick LoPresti channel to keep me independent so I'm not beholden to any of the powers that be, and I never have to, get on any redacted flight logs and do questionable stuff that will compromise me. Anyway, bing bong. You mentioned in one of your videos you like having both of your kidneys. What does that mean? That means it was probably a joke saying something was very expensive, and it's like a joke to say something's so expensive you have to sell your kidney to acquire the money to pay for it. So I think you're talking about my camera scanning film video where I mentioned the Hasselblad FlexTight scanner or drum scanners, and those are very expensive machines. So to be able to afford one, I would probably have to sell my kidney on the black market. Could you use the 3 megapixel camera to scan your 35 millimeter negs? Yes, I'm sure I could if I was able to focus. I don't think I can do macro photography with it though, so that's one problem. Maybe I'll try that after I finish scanning everything with the Sony over here. And I'll try mounting the 3 megapixel camera on here, see if I can pull focus and get a 3 megapixel film scan, baby. You don't need a bunch of pixels to take a picture of film. Film was made on grain, and it's a great day when you get to shoot your film and look at pictures on film. Yeehaw! Yeah, okay, we're all caught up, guys. Thank you. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks to everybody who's donated at madebylopro.com to help me keep making analog fun. A lot of exclusive perks. You open up a direct line of communication with me on Instagram DMs or through email. You can donate. You can submit more than one photo at a time during the live photo critiques, where we look at your work and talk about it with the class. And you get my Lightroom presets for free, and you get exclusive discount codes of my merch, and you get your name shouted out at the end of the videos. Anyway, look at this shot. This is Sarah's shot. Sarah's so good at taking photographs. Makes me jealous. I wish I was as good as Sarah at taking pictures. Sarah's my hero. Go follow Sarah at Saradolia on Instagram. That's SAREIDOLIA at Saradolia. Did I already take that one? God dang it. Yes. These are all Sarah's photos because she's a great photographer. And don't worry, the colors are going to look better after we run this through the Lightroom Negative Lab Pro. It'll look so much better, so much beautifuler, so much prettier. Anyway, did I take that one? I can never remember. See, if I wasn't talking to the live stream trying to entertain you guys while doing this, I'd be done like 3 times over by now. So let me know, how do you guys scan film? Do you guys scan film? Is anyone out there just thinking about starting to get into film photography because they're watching my videos? I feel like I cater my videos to a whole new audience, people who don't already, watch this stuff. People who aren't already addicted to film photography, film photographers. I'm different than all the other channels. I'm different. I'm special. My mom tells me I'm special. Anyway, guys, I know I'm rambling, so sorry. I'll shut up for a little bit and just let you have the soothing ASMR sounds of click. Help, computer. Stop all the downloading. What's my opinion on motorsports photography? It's not something I'm into, so I don't really care one way or the other. I'm not really a big car guy. I get that it's challenging doing like the panning, the whip pan, try and get the background blur, but keep the subject in focus or all that. I scan using the Essential Film Holder. It's very good, says Battered Sausage. If you also want to scan with the Essential Film Holder, it's what I'm using right now. Get it at this QR code or go to madebylopresti.com/EFH. To be fair, I started with film photography mostly because of your videos. Whoa, thank you, Lupo. I feel so privileged to be inspiring so many people to do the same hobby as me. And now I guess it's turned into a career for me. So it's robbed all the joy out of it. Don't turn what you love into a job, otherwise you'll never enjoy a day of your life. I'm just kidding. Giovanni De Leon says, I keep getting vignetting when I scan medium format, but not 35 millimeter. Any tips? Stop down your lens more, whatever lens you're using. That usually reduces vignetting. And probably, if it's because, okay, I got it. It's probably your light source. You need better diffusion. So since you're only using this much of your light source to do 35 millimeter, that means the center is bright and even, but the closer you get to the edges of your light source, it's not as even because you're scanning a bigger negative. So you either need a better light source or more diffusion between your light source and your film. With the Essential Film Holder, there's a built-in diffusion layer right here between the light source and the film. So bing bong, another win for the EFH. You can't beat it. Best value on the market. Okay. What's next? I act like I'm still a student there and go to the uni and scan my film there. Hey, good thinking, dude. Do whatever works. On a monthly basis, how many rolls of film do you shoot? I don't know. Depends. Some months I'll go with barely shooting any film, maybe not even one, and then some months I'll shoot like a dozen. If I'm on a trip, I'll come back with like dozens of rolls of film. So it just depends on what's going on. I just bought and ruined my first 35 millimeter roll by rewinding it into the film and then getting a piece of tape stuck inside following a DIY fix. That ruined it? How did that ruin it? Couldn't you just like running it into the film? So you rewound it all the way in before you shot it? That's sad. Hi Nick, what's your opinion on the Kodak Snappic A1? I don't know. Seems expensive. It's like $100, right? For a crappy focus-free camera. Like I like how it looks. Like it seems like the shape of a Ricoh GR camera. But I think it's just a focus-free, like plastic optics. I think it's probably just as good as a disposable camera, but they charge $100 for it. So William Verbeek got me into film and photography in general during COVID. You sent me on a full dive into things like bulk loading and other stuff. Hell yeah, I'm happy to get you deeper down this rabbit hole. How many megapixels are approximate to 35 millimeter film and can it produce better pictures than digital? It can. I mean, depending on the film and the way you develop it, the grain structure of your film, which is the main thing that can determine how much detail is in there, depends on the film stock you're shooting on and how you develop it. And then also the lens you use to shoot. If the lens isn't that sharp, it doesn't matter how sharp how fine grain your picture is. So it depends. 35 millimeter, I feel like You can probably get a decent scan with 12 megapixels. But depending on the film stock, if you do something like Ilford Delta 3200 and you push that to 6400 ISO and you push develop it, then you're gonna be a lot grainier and contrastier. So, but with something like that AGFA 50 fine grain stuff, you can probably get like a 50 megapixel equivalent out of it, but that's black and white. Professor Lowe. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Dankway. What is a good macro lens for scanning film on an APS-C camera, preferably Canon EF? I don't know. Ask the crowd. I have no idea. Just got a 3D printed film holder. Plan on trying to scan this week. Wait a sec. A 3D printed film? 3D print? You mean you don't want the essential film holder? Dude, come on now. I'm just kidding. Night kiddos, work time. Thanks for hanging out, Dankway. Appreciate you. What is my go-to film brand type? I used Kodak Gold 400 before, but now got Kodak Portra 400. My go-to film is whatever's cheapest, which usually ends up being Fuji 400 that you can get at Walmart for around 30 bucks for 3 rolls. So that's the cheapest, most readily available thing you can get your hands on in the States. Or if you want to get even cheaper, you can get 400-foot rolls directly from Kodak if you know how to play your cards right. You can get, I like whatever's cheap. So to get my cost per shot as far down as possible, I have bought 400-foot cans of Kodak XX black and white 35 millimeter motion picture film and Kodak Vision 3 35 millimeter Vision 3 500T color negative motion picture film, which are both great ways to keep your cost per roll minimum. Okay, we got one more half roll after this. I want to do large landscapes on medium format. What film stock should I buy? You should, I don't know, with medium format it's harder to keep the cost down. Ektar, everyone likes Ektar for landscapes. And it's Kodak Gold 200 seems to be the cheapest stuff that's readily available for medium format for color. So if you want to shoot some 120 film, Kodak Gold 200. And then you don't have to shoot that super slow 100 speed Ektar garbage. I'm just kidding. Ektar's not garbage. But you know what is garbage? The Kodak Snapic. I'm just kidding. Good for them on making film cameras. And it's not even Kodak making it. I don't know who the heck makes it. Someone who licensed the Kodak name. But you know what is garbage? People who don't even want to go to my website, madebylopro.com, where you can give as little as $1 per month to help me keep making analog fun again. You get your name shouted out at the end of the videos. You get to submit more than one photo at the photo critiques. You get my Lightroom presets for free. You open a direct line of communication with me through Instagram DMs or through my email inbox. We'll talk all the time. We'll be the best friends. Don't you want to buy your way into this parasocial relationship of an influencer to a viewer? Come on now. How's your mother doing? Okay, one more roll to go. An additional bowl. Bing bong. I'm losing my voice over here, doing the day-long live streams, everybody. I'm looking forward to having a nice soda water after this. Oh, yes, please. My darling Schmoopy. Whoa! I almost just broke my film. Okay, guys, if we can get the chat donation up to $1,000, we'll show feet pics. Nobody wants to see my feet, Sarah says. Whatever. I have nice feet. I don't care what you guys think. What are we talking about? Hopefully, Kodak Eastman will come to Europe. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But you guys got Orwo over there. You guys got Orwo film. Why do you need Kodak Eastman? You guys got FOMA. I get sprocket light leaks on film while scanning, which are usually not on the negatives. How do I fix it in scanning? Block out the sprockets. That's what I'd say. I don't really scan sprockets unless I shot sprocket hole panos. That's the only time I scan the sprockets anyway. Bing bong. Okay, last strip. Then we can load this into Lightroom. Run it through Negative Lab Pro. Whoa. TikTok's telling me they're going to end the stream again. There we go. Stream's still going. TikTok, you can't beat me, TikTok. Trying to ban all my content on TikTok. Don't you know this is NickTok? This ain't TikTok. Look at that little puppy, dude. What the heck is this picture? Look at that little puppy. What's that? Is that a stuffed animal? What the heck is this frame? What the heck is even going on here? What the heck is going on here? I don't even know what's going on. Is Film and Pan the cheapest black and white film? It can be if you get yourself a 100-foot roll of it. I think you can get 100 feet of Film and Pan for less than $100. It's a pretty good deal, dude. I've done that before. It's pretty good. Or you can get Arista EDU. This guy says he uses Nikon's 35mm scan kit with Nikon D850 and with a 60mm macro lens, giving me the digital RAW file. But there are many good kits out there for scanning 35mm film. Nice live chat. Thank you, Dorsetti. Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the Nikon strip scanner thing. I have the Nikon attachment for scanning slides, which you can just screw onto the end of your lens. So that's how I scan slides when I'm trying to do digitizing work. Anyway, let's get through this last strip, guys. Bing bong. Look, there's me and Sarah. Sometimes I find Kent Mere be cheaper by a couple of cents. Yeah, Kent Mere and Film and Pan, those are both like on par with being the best budget black and white films. But if you can get yourself some bulk Eastman 5222 XX, Eastman XX film, you can cut the price per shot down even more. But ever since Kodak restricted the sale of their motion picture bulk film, it's harder to get your hands on. And that's my new goal. I got to get my hands on some more XX because I'm running low on bulk black and white stuff. Wait, did I already take that last one? Yeah, I took that one. Okay. Don't want to lose my place. I don't want to lose my place, guys. Yeah, somebody sent some shoes to my P.O. box. Wait, why shoes? Were you guys looking at my feet? Why would I wear shoes in my own house? That's gross. It's all dirty and dusty outside. You take off your shoes when you come inside my house. God, not my house, my mom's house. Take off your shoes at mom's house. Come on. What are we missing? Yeah, that's it, I guess. Okay. Did I already take this one? I see this guy all the time at the thrift stores. And I'm a creeper, so I took his picture. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing, bing 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 bong, bing 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 bong. I don't even know what apparently I took that shot while recording one of my videos. I couldn't tell you. Maybe the Nikon F5, but then why would I have it here? That's a nice photo. I like that photo. Even though Sarah's just on her phone. Bing bong. What camera is this? The film is yours. The film is yours. What camera is this? The camera's yours. The camera's yours. What film is this? Okay. Did I take that one, guys? I can't even remember. 2 seconds ago. That's how poor my memory is. Here we go. All framed up, ready to go. Got so many cheap Vision 3 500T rolls. They are so god. I don't know why is that not popular yet. Because people don't want to bulk load their own stuff, dude. I still got a lot that I rolled up. I haven't rolled up 500T for I still have so much 500T in the can. But I don't think I've rolled up any new cans of it since 2022. When I rolled up like a bazillion cans of it. 500T for our trip to on Route 66. I rolled up so much of it, and I still haven't gotten all the way through all of it. So, Yeah, dude, it's basically free film at this point. The longer it's been since you spent the money on something, the less it feels like when you use it that you are actually expending resources. It's like, you know, that's why they get you with the like the Starbucks app and whatnot. Like you loaded money into it years ago, and like at this point, it just feels like, oh, it's just a free coffee. Huh. And in the meantime, they're basically getting like an interest-free loan from you. You know? Did I already take that one with the bench? Yeah. Okay. What's going on here? What's going on here? Is that me? Oh, this was during the freeze. I'm sledding. I'm sledding on some cardboard. So this looks, I'm guessing this was with the Olympus Mew because that little strap got in the way. Oh, and look, I cut the end of this roll too because I'm a dingus. Oh well. Bing bong. That's all the film. Now we're gonna convert it. We're gonna move it over and convert it. So I'm gonna have to change the whole, flip the whole setup over here, guys. Oh, did Sarah ever get me a soda? I feel like she went outside to get me a soda and then she never gave me the soda. So I don't know. I don't know to. No, that woman. One of these days. Straight to the moon, Alice. Okay, let's get this hung up and then we'll start moving files over. How are my chickens? They're my mom's chickens, so I don't care. I want to throw a football at them. Okay, so let's start busting down our little setup here. Get all the little film scraps off of my ding-dongs, pollywongs. Oh, Sarah's making me a mocktail? What an angel.
Mocktail with iced tea.
Oh, iced tea, even better. Whoa! Cam Mackey with a $5 bill. He goes, I got 5 on it. Something and doughy. I got 5 on it. How's it going?
My arm looks huge.
Whoa, thank you so much. Soda funds. Thank you, thank you. I got some of that Stiller soda. Ben Stiller just released a soda. I have to make a reel about it, like a sponsored thing. I mean, I don't have to, but they sent it to me under the assumption that I would make content about it, like a story or something, but I haven't gotten around to it. I'm too busy being a film photographer, guys. I'm not trying to sell out to the man. I just wanted some free soda. No, I'm just kidding. I'll do something. Ben Stiller, if you're watching, I'll make you your content eventually. Anyway, thank you so much, Cam. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, if you don't know, Cam makes great content, camera content, photography content, film and digital. So check him out. He's like the Peter McKinnon of analog. He also has a cowboy hat in his profile picture, but I think mine is I do it better. I pull it off better, I gotta say.
Where's Cam at? What, is he Texas?
Yeah, where are you located, Cam? Are you still just popping in to bomb me with some money? Appreciate it either way. I'm missing some stuff here. Thanks again for the $5 though, Cam. The new Eastman films are already in Europe. Greece and Germany have them. But if you order online from Germany, film is kind of cheap in Germany, e.g. Kodacolor costs $9.20 in Germany and $16 in GR. I don't know. What is GR? Greece? I don't know what we're talking about over here. The T is a developer for what's in your stomach. Exactly. We got all this ready. This is how I put it all away. Got to get all the stuff out of the way. There we go. See, it breaks down pretty easily. I got to fix the vert scene for everybody. So let me turn off. Where's the DJI? Make this big for everybody. Bing bong. How we doing? Move. Oh, wrong thing. Vert chat. Sorry, doing a little house cleaning. Okay, we're still good. Wait, but now the chat's going to be like in the way of the chat. Well, I'll clean this up in a minute. So just give me a sec. Where are we at? Now I'm just busting this down. I'm going to start transferring files over on my computer. Then I'll feed it into Lightroom and we'll see what we got. I mean, I might as well, unless you want me to get off.
No, I was just.
Okay, let me clean up my desk. Start moving all this stuff over.
Start making dinner in a minute.
God, yeah, this is a marathon sesh, guys. Marathon live sesh. What is the date today? Today is the 10th. Scroll down. So now I'm just grabbing all the pictures, all the raw scans. Bing bong. And then I'm going to copy them over to my computer, to my 2026 folder, and then 3/10/2026 film scans. And I'll be sharing my screen after I get the desk cleaned up and everything, guys. So don't worry. I kind of got to just reset over here, get it all discombobulated for a different workflow now that we're going to be computering. Help computer, stop all the downloading. You've never seen Fensler films?
No.
G.I. Joe.
No idea what you're talking about.
Body massage machine, go. Anybody know what I'm talking about over here? Or am I just like memeing to myself? Now available in the 5 food groups: red, orange, green, and turquoise. Because you always need more Kool-Aid. Am I right, guys? Who else always needs more Kool-Aid? Why are you guys being so quiet? What's going on? What's going on? I don't see anything in the chat.
Everybody's tired. You've been going for
Yeah, everybody's sick of my bull crap over here. Nobody wants to talk to me no more. I see how it is. I see how it is. Hello, fellow kids. Hello, fellow analog kids. No digital kids allowed. Only analog. That's what Jeffrey said on his way to Little St. James. He only wants analog kids. Hey. Bing bong. I know it's gross, but I didn't make it up. It really happened. Have you guys seen that trap door to the ocean? What do you guys think of that? What do you think that was for? You think that was just to make it so they could just sweep all the dirt from the temple into the ocean? You know, a little bit of pollution. Hey, he ain't hurting nobody. Got to get all that adrenochrome out of there somehow. Anyway, bing bong. Clean up, everybody clean up. Flipping the script, guys. We're flipping the script over here. Oh, come on. There we go. On. Okay, let's keep clearing this off. Get this copy stand out of my way. Moving all the files over. Oh, I should put the back cap on that. That's my scanning lens. That's my vid lens. Oh, I need that cord. I can't lose that. Don't you hate it? Like sometimes like the littlest tiny bit of kit is like the most vital to your workflow. And you're like, God dang, dude. Hope I don't lose that. Like right now, I don't know where I put the remote that I use for scanning, actually taking the, there it is. See, this could go missing so easily. And it just ends up like under stuff. Hey, Tony, yeah, we did some good scans. We're about to pull them up into Lightroom and check them out. We're going to convert them together. So I'm just clearing off my desk for that. I got 5 on it. Something about that endo weed. I shouldn't sing about that. TikTok will ban me again. Where's my little pad? My little anti carpal tunnel pad. There it is. Guys, don't lose your pad, especially when it's your time of the month. Don't lose your pad. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Let's get to it. So now I have reset everything. Let's see if I can get my Sony. Oh, I got to turn that off. Filters, apply LUT, off. Close, and got to open up the aperture so we can see what we're looking at. Hey, look, now there's 2 me's. I'm going to get it to auto aperture. There we go. Now we're going to get the better feed going here. Fit the screen. We can turn off that one, put this below the chat. And what do you know? Looking beautiful, looking beautiful. Now I got 2 feeds. I'm so important. Turn that one off. Hey, how y'all's doing? I'll put myself here for this is for the vertical Instagrammers. The Instagram don't give a dammers. Sorry guys, I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup over here. I should put, come on. This is why I need this all already set up, you know? But I don't have it like that because I'm an idiot. I'm a dummy. Whoa. And then put that there, and then we'll do screen share, display capture. Whoa, okay. Da, 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 da. So that anybody who's watching on vertical will be able to see what the hell I'm talking about. And put that there. That should be fine, right? That should be fine. Okay, back to the A cam. And now screen. See, now you guys can see my screen. Oh, wait a sec. Vert guide, turn that off. So now that I got everything, let me move all this over. And then here is where I just scanned everything to. This is all the film photos that we just took. So remember I told you guys to take those blank frames in between the rolls of film? This is why. Because then you can do that. Oh, wait a sec. Hey, there I am. That's me. Look how pretty I look. I'm so beautiful. Birch scene. Let me fix something else again. We'll do that. This will be the Instagram feed. That's all you guys need to see. Anyway, sorry I'm missing everything. Ethan and Joe from ABQ. Whoa, what's up? Cameradactyl Cameras. How's it going, Ethan? I am working on the script and stuff for the Cameradactyl Master System. I've been plugging it in a lot of my live streams, guys. I'm getting pretty close on refining the script I have for this. I just have so much footage. It's taken me almost a year to get through it. It's basically 35 millimeter film, but scaled up to beer can size. It's a brand new analog format, and we're going to do a full-length episode on it soon. A lot of good footage. We're going to show that off. Sorry, I should have been on the A cam when showing that off. Look at this thing. It's huge. It's like a film can, but with 4-inch wide paper, photo paper. I have stickers in it because I don't have any photo paper, but it's an amazing invention that I can't wait to show off to everybody. Anyway, Quentin, you don't know about Fensler film stuff? Anyway, here we go. Here's all my pictures that I just scanned. So what I'm going to do is just organize them into their own little thing. I don't know when I took this roll, but I'm going to cut that. New folder. Roll 1. Paste it in there. And then we'll label everything once I get it into Lightroom. I guess that one goes in there too. There we go. We missed one. Okay, and now here's roll 2. Now I'll make a new folder. Paste it in there. And why does it switch my view every time I go back and forth? That's kind of annoying. Now this is roll. This one is, I know that this is Cat Labs 100. And I shot it at like HEB and elsewhere. And what camera did I use? This was the Olympus Mu1. God, why do I look so bright? Why do I look so bright on that? Whoa. Too bright, guys. Anyway, paste it in here. Then go back. Yeah, that's a good even balance. And again, like I said, all these blank things are basically bookends, so I know where to copy. Like if I want things to be organized into specific rolls of film so that I can diagnose any problems that might arise, I will be able to do that easily. Usually I like going through them before I put them into their rolls and see what the heck they are. This is Sarah around the house. This is probably I don't know what this is. Is this gold 400? No, I did that later. This is probably Fuji 400, isn't it? That's probably Sarah Fuji 400. Olympus Mu 1. So welcome to my how I organize all my stuff, guys. What camera and setup are you using for scanning? Shooting RAW, I assume. Yeah, I use the Sony a7 III. And I do camera scanning on with a. You can just rewind this live stream and you'll see the whole setup. Where was this? This was in Comfort, Texas. Put all that in there. Back to here. And what is it? W Fireworks, a bunch of bullcrap. It looks like I forgot to do a gap in this one because that's way too many. That's 52 rolls, 52 shots. So now I got to find out where the hell the halfway point is on this one. So this, oh wait, here we go. Here's the end of one. So that's got to be the end of that roll. And how many shots is that? That's 26. Wait a second. Is that right? I got to find the shot that the roll that has the W Fireworks on top now. It's got to be one of the shorter ones. Because that's the next one. Okay, well I know that that's the proper amount. So that's good. Well, is that one? Yeah, so this is that expired Kodak 400 stuff. So this is another Sarah roll. Good thing I saw that little strip missing off of that one. That'll help me keep everything organized. I know I'm usually manic on camera, but I'm also manic about organization. You got to stay organized, okay? Where was this? Where did we go? This was Divine, Texas, and elsewhere. Expired Kodak, Gold 400, Olympus Mu 1. So that's my naming convention. Within the March 10th, 2026 film scans folder, I usually label it by like who shot it first and then bada bing, bing bong. You guys get it. You're following along, right? And then I think this is also the other expired Kodak Gold from the same day. Sarah, Divine, Junkyard, expired Kodak Gold 400, Olympus Mu 1. And we got one more strip left. Hell yeah. I think this is Fuji. This is like Fuji 200 or something like that. I don't know. Fuji 400 strip. Got to figure out how I'm going to name this one. I think this is both of us, Sarah and Nick. Freeze, sledding, I don't know. Welcome to the Windows Explorer Tech Tips Nick LoPresti edition. There we go. Okay, now that I finally got everything named, I can delete all these blank frames. And now we will open up Lightroom. God, I'm still too bright. There we go, it's a little better. This is so weird for organizations. Well, that's just the way I do it. I don't know. Sarah says she hates the way that I organize my files. This is a better time of day. Last time, 4 a.m. Alba, how you doing? Thanks so much for the 2 pounds, dude. Sorry I missed the chats. Let me get the sound going again so I can hear what you guys are saying. Here, guys, say something. Why is sound not coming out? It'll come through eventually. Anyway, okay, this is what I do. I hit import. And then I navigate to where I keep all my photos. The 2026 folder. And then import the whole thing and make sure
I woke up and you're still here.
I'm still here.
217 here.
Whoa, okay,
Notre
that's too
up
loud.
to 2172 says.
Too loud, too loud.
Plus shift plus N for making new folder.
You got to make sure to include subfolders. That's up here. You guys can see that. And then import. And now we're going to get everything into the Lightroom catalog. And now I wait for this loading bar in the top left to finish.
I'm looking for a wide lens for my Nikon FM2. Do you have any recommendations? Trevor Jolin says, tempted to get Fuji GFX for scanning?
Guys, I feel like I already heard all that stuff. Did TikTok just come back through with all that? I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting repeat TikTok stuff. Is this a wig? No, this is not a wig. This is my real hair, a real hat, because I'm a real boy. Okay, anyway, here's my workflow. So now on a roll by roll basis, so right now here's all of the new films I scanned in, but I go over here and I click on one roll at a time. And now I'm in this one roll that was on Cat Labs 100, and I'm going to select all the photos. Oh no, wait, before I do that, I select all the photos that I just imported. Then I go to photo and flip horizontal. And now everything's going to be the right way around because I scanned with the emulsion side facing up, which is backwards left to right. So now it's all forwards left to right. And now per roll, I will click into each roll and with everything selected and auto sync on, I will grab this little light picker here and set the white balance per roll. So now I'll go to the next roll and do that. Bing bong. Click here, ding dong. Roll 2. Bing bong. Just going through, clicking each one, making sure I have auto sync on. Going back to the library, clicking the next folder, auto sync, clicking the outside of the frame lines. Same here. And now we're good. And now what I'll do is now that everything has been automatically updated, it takes a minute for some of the previews to update to the right white balance. Anyway, I'll find a good photo where I can see all the frame lines, like this one, a RAF. Select everything, and with auto sync still selected, I click crop, and then I just crop in well within the frame lines. And then also I like to just double check to see if there's any half burnt frames, like this one. And then I will individually revise that one's crop on its own, turn off the lock of the aspect ratio, because, you know, yeah, I need this freaking throwaway shot to get converted correctly. I mean, big whoop, you know, who cares about that one? Anyway, and with all that said and done, now I can go back to the main folder, select everything, and hit Control-Alt-N for Negative Lab Pro. This thing pops up, and I pretty much leave it on the default settings. Frontier, pre-saturation of 3, border buffer of 5%, and convert 189 negatives. And there we go, off to the races.
I would like to make a correction.
Yeah.
I only hate the way that you file other things. This is fine, but everything else is like final 1, final 2.
Well, that's how you, that's,
Blue
you're not,
trans, white trans.
are you really
Yes.
a graphic designer if you don't label
I know,
things
but
like
when you
final
have-
V1, final, actually final version 3?
Yeah, but when you have other people that are other designers that are working on the same files, it needs to be more clear.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But your photo files are very organized.
Thank you. What focal length was this shot on? A variety, Nortmatic. A lot of these shots are going to be coming from the Olympus Mu 1. And let me finish it real quick.
I'm gonna need you to move the truck in that barn before
Oh, it might hail tonight, guys. We got to be careful.
it starts to
So.
get dark out there.
Let me see how many homies. We got 60 homies watching me do Lightroom stuff. Thank you so much. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out. Wow, we got this thing still converting over there. I'll let you guys know when it's done. How we doing on the Instagram feed? Hi. See, this is what you're missing out on if you're watching on YouTube. So, but I appreciate you guys either way. This is where you can get the essential film holder, or you can go to madebylopro.com. By the way, also at madebylopro.com, I have a bunch of cool merch like trash can shaped film capsules, fun stickers that are parodies of your favorite film stocks, and you get exclusive discount codes and photo critique privileges and an open line of communication with me if you join LoPresti Army by donating at least $1 per month to help me keep making analog fun and free. Not free as in no money, but free as in get to do what you want, because there's powers that be that want to stop you from doing what you want, like TikTok telling me I can't talk about Cold War East Germany lenses. Anyway, that's my spiel. Once again, how's it going in Bavaria? What's up, Maxi Orthy? Crap, tried to rewind the live stream. How do you get the live positive view? Is it inverting the curve in Lightroom while the camera is connected to shoot tethered? No, that was just a LUT that I ran through OBS. We're about to see the actual positives. Here we go. Back to, so now it just finished converting.
There's a chicken outside our window. No, by the door.
Hopefully it doesn't crap all over our stuff. Here we go. So it has finished converting. Now I'll just hit apply on this. And one by one, I like to go through the rolls one by one. So here is my roll that I shot on the Olympus, on my Olympus 1 with some Cat Labs 100. Looks like it's not HUB, so now I can revise those file names. But before I go through it, I like to go ahead and select everything with auto sync, go to crop, and reset it, because I don't crop, because I'm a stickler. Anyway, let's check out these pictures.
That's something you learned from Jared Poland.
Yeah, that's something I learned from Jared Poland, is not cropping, because he's a purist. Anyway, we'll make me real small over here. So, and then we'll zoom in so you guys can see my reaction. Be like, whoa, YouTube face. Whoa, look at that. Anyway, let's check these out. It's my first time seeing these photos.
Scooch, Papa.
This is, nice lighting. It's kind of just a nothing burger. It's blurry because this is 100 speed film and it was an automatic camera and you couldn't really tell it to do anything other than focus and take a shot. I do like how that lines up with her nose. It's kind of neat, but I don't know, it's whatever. Red, that's cool. Red, three-peat. Anyway, I'm not going to try to spend too much time on each photo. That's a waste of a shot. Blurry guy looking in a bag, Walmart greeter. There's my Schmoopy. Love her. Oh my God, look at that photo. That's a sex if I ever seen it. That's your new haircut. You had just got your haircut. I love it. Taking creepy pictures of ladies, and see, bless you.
Stop it.
And if I want to, I can come here and turn down the brightness, make it more contrasty like that. But I'll do that some other time if I feel like it. I mean, really, the reason I don't want to edit any of these is because that's not really a great shot anyway. Why would I even bother? Polishing a turd. That's kind of neat. This is a little place and time, Please bring back the Canon AE1 shirt. Eventually, dude. I'll get those back eventually, okay? They're coming. Eventually. Finish with, okay, yeah. Talks amongst yourselves while we keep looking through this roll. This one is a masterpiece. Beautimus. Look at that. Up my nose. But see, what did I tell you? If you were watching earlier, don't the colors look way better than before? That's kind of lame though. It's not a great shot. It's blurry. That's what happens when you shoot with the Olympus Mu 1. This is kind of cool. You can tell why I took this photo. I took it because of these broads here, but it was too wide. I didn't want to miss my chance to take the photo, but it's just not that, it's nothing. It's not great. Anyway, this is a cool Cadillac. It was in pristine condition. It had the car phone. Look at that. Here's a vertical, because I can never decide. This one, of course, you're going to take a picture of a puppy. Not really a great photo though. Oh, that's my kind of photo. That's my puppy. My puppy's the best kind of puppy. And I got Schmoopy. There's my Uncle Brad. Family time. This was the Super Bowl party. A lot of fun. Look at that. A little cutie Tex. There's my fishing partner. Okay, look at that beanie shot. That's kind of cute. I can see his little eyeball there. Came out all right. It's sharp enough, especially with how much he moves. It looks like it's focused like right here. Of course, it doesn't have like auto phase detection, subject detection, eyeball tracking because it's a film camera, you know, but it looks like we're back focused like about there. But, you know, considering this is just a pocketable point and shoot, that's a great shot. I'm going to give that a 5. And then, yeah, at this point, Sarah's using the camera. That's kind of a nice shot of me and Puppy. Look at that, Papa. Look at us. Just living our lives. Aw, that's my Papa. Okay, that one's pretty dynamic. I like the framing on this one. But Puppy looks a little out of focus. Which, you know, I don't blame her. How can you help yourself but focusing on this handsome devil? Ah! Anyway, I always do that. Ah! Ah! Anyway. And there, that's setting a place and a time. There's our little Ewok beanie before he got his new shave and a haircut. 2 bits. Blurry. Hey, fellow kids. Oh, that one's nice. Look at that. I got my cartoon face going on. We got a little development mark. We got a little hairs. Got some hairs on there. That looks good. That's a great one. Puppy's got such a cute little face there. And whatever this obstruction is, it kind of like brings you in more, like you're looking over something, you know? That's a great one. That's a nice little follow-up. It would be a good diptych, but it's, again, the focus shifted. You know, that's just a good sharp photo of Papa. I'll give this one at least a 1. Then what do we got? We got some lights. There's the moo cows. Look at them. Moo moos. They're not our moo moos, but we drive by them pretty often. And then these puppies were at the pet store when we were going to get food for Walker. Look at them little cuties. Cutie patooties. There we were on a walk. Caught a shot of Sarah. Caught a shot of Sarah. There's me throwing rocks. Crack kills, Nick. Don't you know crack kills? Well, that was all right. That was an all right roll. I'm going to relabel this. I mean, what mostly happened? It was just like around the ranch, Super Bowl party. Let's rename this. So it's Walmart, Super Bowl, Cynthia's, ranch, pups, and yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Yeah. Okay, roll 2 or roll 1, whatever this is. This was one of the strips that I had forgot to scan last time, and I don't know how. I forget what I ran these through. So let's go ahead and uncrop these. I should just uncrop everything at once, but I never do because I'm a creature of habit. These were very underexposed, so I might have to do some exposure, like, because when you really underexpose your film just to get like silhouettes and stuff, you can end up, your conversions can look a little weird with Negative Lab Pro. So like this one, it looks a little faded, and I usually like inky dark blacks. So at the, Control Alt N. So for stuff like this, I might turn down the blacks, turn down the brightness. But then something like this is just a, you know, just a faded shot, like not much to it, you know. Not much to it. See, if you turn down the darks at all, it's just nothing. So you're kind of just stuck. Just turn down the brightness a little bit, I guess. I don't know, but we're gonna leave it as is. So look at that! Wow, wow. But see what I mean? This is what you get when you get underexposed. You get all that color grain. You get all that color noise. You get that red tinging when you're super underexposed. You get stuff like this when you're even more underexposed. And I don't know why that happens, but it just does. But that's just me. That's just camera scanning. I think you can just turn down brightness and get it like that, you know? Get something real punchy. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Anyway, we'll apply that. Look at that. So noisy. I love it. It's beautiful. There's no saving this one. That one's a piece of crap. This shot is kind of a vibe, though. It's nice. A little bit after blue hour. It seems like I just missed it or something. Trying to get some blue hour on film. Super grainy though. I don't know what I was shooting this on. There's the kitty cat. We call this one Big Kitty. That's kind of nice. Oh, I missed focus, guys. I messed up. I missed focus. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. It'll be all right. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Why am I looking at that? Okay, now this one. Look at that sky. It looks like you could eat it. It looks like cotton candy. Holy cow. It's pretty nice. Look at that. Pastel. Pretty. Beautiful. Your filing is just fine, Nick. Just like mine. Battered sausage. Thank you so much for making me feel better about how I file my photos. Anyway, no more happy puppy. Now here's a horizontal. See, I don't know. I wish I kind of knew my settings now, but who knows? I think I just bracketed this stuff. Caught a UFO. Look at that. Several UFOs. Look at all these UFOs. Look at that. Chemtrails. It's pretty nice. I don't know if it needs to be a 6, but both of these are pretty nice. Oh, look at that. Even more colors. More UFOs. Pretty cool. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, dude, these came out pretty good. See what roll 2 is. Okay, this roll, okay, let me name this one. This is Nick, Fuji 400, but we'll do Austin, Texas, RAF, Fuji 400, Minolta V2, and I think also Divine, Texas. We'll see later on though. So, ding dong, let's go ahead and reset the crop marks, except for on this one we will keep like that. So we see the all the information left over. This is inside the Capitol. Apparently I just loaded the camera there and then didn't take any more pics. Here's Raph. How's it going, Raph? How you doing? Where you at? Look at him with his Bessa R2A, whatever it's called. That thing was fancy. Now he's got a Leica M7, dude. What a fancy pants guy. He's a great bass player. He's a cool guy, real smart. Here's some people blowing up their inflatable things. I don't know. This is in a park in Austin, Texas. Also the same park where the photo meetup walked to in my Austin vlog. Oh, look, you can see this guy's nips. You can see his nips. Nips and hips. A Steamboat Willie up in here. This is what people do in Austin, Texas. This is all there is to do. Go do water sports. You know, look at how bright that person is. Overexposed, baby. This kind of, oh, that's kind of cool. Looks like he's kissing the dog. It looks like he's kissing the dog. Woof, woof, woof. And this lady is just like, she's too skinny. She needs to eat a hamburger. Look at this. We got the light up sprocket holes. I love that. It's almost like this is filmed with Dehancer. Get Dehancer today. 10% off with my promo code. Use promo code LoPro to get 10% off Dehancer, by the way, if you want to use that. Love from Cork, Ireland. Ah, don't you know from Cork, Ireland, where they eat potatoes? Hey! Sorry if that was offensive. My bad. Anyway, look at this ugly ass building. Gross. I don't like it at all. I got a helipad though. Look at this one. It's like a mini Burj Khalifa. Now here's something. I always tell people during my photo critiques, what's up with your horizon line? It's nothing straight. I hate it. It's so like, I got to do it to myself. Would this be better if I had a straight horizon? You know, is that better? Is that better, guys? Even though I hate cropping, I hate cropping. Cropping is crap. Don't crop. Crop is crap. I don't like to crop because cropping is crap. A little bit better. See, yeah, I guess that looks better, but I didn't take the time. I didn't take the time to get it right in camera, so I am forever stressed. Here's a throwaway shot. Who cares? It's a bridge, people and boats. But again, this was with my Minolta V2. It's a rangefinder camera from the 1950s. Terry Black's Barbecue, a staple. Thank you so much, Raph, for paying for lunch. I know it was a big bill. It was really good. It was my first time eating at Terry Black's. I really enjoyed it. Here's Raph again, the homie Raph with his fancy camera. And some burnt frames because I opened up the back of the camera a long time after shooting all these shots. Here I am filming something, I guess. Oh, mamacitas, bienvenido. Bienvenido, ami. Best Mexican food in Kerrville. America. This was, I hate taking pictures of murals, but I was just getting snap happy. Is Negative Lab Pro worth it? Yes, it is the best. It makes it so easy where I don't have to worry about manually inverting this stuff. I love it. I love Negative Lab Pro. But if you don't want to be locked into using Lightroom or Adobe products, then no, don't get it. But I am locked in. I think there's no hope for me. Turn back now, all ye of little faith. Stay away from the evil Adobe. Looks like I got some camera shake here. I must have shot this at a very slow shutter speed and accidentally, twitched while taking it. There's a bit of camera shake.
My photos yet?
No, it's all been my photos.
Oh, okay.
Except for a couple of good ones that you took on one of them. Look at this. It looked like somebody jumped out of their shoes into the dumpster. That's kind of nice. There's the house. There's the puppy licking his nose. Here we go. Some more underexposed nighttime stuff. So how do I get rid of that? How do I get rid of that stuff? I think we just look at the next one. There we go. That one's a little bit better. As you can see, I'm capturing spirits. I'm capturing UFOs. There's one right there. Look at that one streaking across the sky. God, dude, you catch so many UFOs on film. Look at that. See, now that one seems a little too bright. Now, can I just make this one a little darker? Look at that. That's a mood, right? So I edited my photo. I'm a fakie now. I'm a faker now. I'm a film phony. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Pretty sky, I guess. Cool. There's my papa. Look at him. Cutie patootie.
He just looked at you like, I'm right here. What are you doing?
Oh, there's both my lovelies. My Sarah and my papa. And there's my Sarah. She got a UFO on her face, though. Look at that. See, so many UFOs, guys. Did you know, Texas, it's not just Marfa. If you get lucky with light leaks, they can greatly improve the image. Yeah, dude, I know. I like light leaks. I like weird artifacts like this. It's cool. It's cool.
It's known for its light leaks. Oof, these are terrible photos.
Oh, come on, I love that picture of you. See, look at that. Look at that little light. What do you call it? Glare. Light flare. Lens flare. That's the word I was looking for. There's a yawning puppy. Here's a sitting puppy. I just take a lot of puppy pics. There's me. Hey, look, I'm wearing the same outfit. I only got one outfit. Here, this is my Sunday best. Doing my squats. I'm doing my best Russian impersonation. This is how Eastern European men get comfortable. Hey, what's up, Galleria Maldita? How you doing? Here we go. Standing there.
That was way further than I thought you were.
Okay, so we already did that one. Did we already look through? Wait a sec. Didn't we already look through this one? I just called it roll 1 because I had no idea. Okay, now the rest are Sarah's photos for the most part.
Is this from Christmas?
What the hell's even going on here?
Looking at.
I don't know. Who the heck is that?
Why did I take a picture of her? Where is this?
Yeah, where is this? I have no idea who this person is.
Oh, was this the found film?
This must be... But the rest of it is us. There's just one photo of somebody else. And then you loaded it into like your Olympus or something. Okay, guys, so I think we might have found this film. And, oh, okay, yeah, this is... I know now. This is the first roll we ran through the thrifted Olympus Mu 1. So this is from the... they're setting up the estate sale here. They must have taken a test shot with it because there was film in it. And then the lady took a picture of us to show us it worked. And here I was playing with this camera that I haven't played with yet. And then I took a picture of Sarah at the estate sale. And then we just finished the roll of film that was in there. This one's kind of nice.
That's your photo.
Yeah, look at that. I like the light and the dynamic line. Even though the lines go nowhere, I just like that this kind of brings you in. But it's kind of a nothing photo. So yeah, I guess this is my roll. I called it a Sarah roll because I'm an idiot. But look at this guy looking for books. I like it. There's my beautiful, lovely Sarah. This is how we look when we're at HEB. Thank you so much, Galleria Maldita, for looking at my work. What camera do you shoot with the most? Lately, the Olympus Mu 1, apparently. That's what all these photos are from.
No, your Rico is what you always use. That's
Yeah.
like your everyday.
The Ricoh GR3X is what I use the most. Frozen. It's not white paint. That's all ice from the freeze that happened like a month ago. No, I don't do darkroom printing because I don't have a darkroom yet, but I have an enlarger and everything else you need for a darkroom. So one day, if I can afford to move out of my mom's den, I will make a darkroom and make darkroom printing content. So please help me achieve my dreams without selling my soul to the Illuminati or to any people who will tell me what I have to make and what kind of content I have to make. Help me crowdsource my success by donating at madebylopro.com, at least $1 per month, and a lot of exclusive privileges. Anyway,
My photos?
might be, because then you took this one of me.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at the stupid strap.
Look how bundled up I am. I love it.
We were sliding down that.
Yeah, this was our cardboard sled. Crotch shot. Stay in your mom's den. Generational wealth is underrated. Come on, man. I'm trying to build up. I'm trying to build up. Oh crap! Don't look at my license plate. Anyway, yeah. So Sarah and Nick freeze. Let me rename it though, because it's more Nick and Sarah than Sarah and Nick. Sarah freeze, sledding, thrifting. I'll say. Save. Well, thank you so much, the nameless one, the furry. If you want to see that, consider joining LoPresti Army by giving what you can to at madebylopro.com. Alomo Naughty, right? Jesse, it should be Alomo Naughty. You guys didn't see that, right? No, it's cropped up on my face. Cool. Drinking tea. Let's see, is TikTok still going? Did TikTok end? No, we're still here. How we doing? Oh, well, TikTok saw me drip on myself, so sorry about that. I guess Instagram saw that too. So anyway, just waiting for Sarah to get back and we'll look at the rest of the photos. Spit out my gum. Take some new gum. I don't know, whatever. I'm impatient. Let's go on. Let's see what's next. Reset the crop. Close. Well, that's some nice light in the kitchen. Baby!
I almost burned dinner.
You almost burned dinner?
Well, I'm trying to get the meat
Now
going.
we're on one of your rolls again. Or finally. Some nice light in the
Why
kitchen.
is the flash all crazy? This is definitely the Mu 1.
Yeah, I think so. What do you mean the flash is so crazy? Did it even go off here?
The first one, that's not flash? Or I guess that's just the light coming through.
Yeah, it could just be evening light coming through. Let's see. That's the kitchen. That's where I developed my film. I said that earlier. Tequila Frost says, hey, love your work. I recently got my first camera and now I want to get my first film camera. What would you recommend? Whatever's cheapest. Go get something from a thrift store for super cheap. Pavlos is here. As long as it's macaroni and cheese. Is that what you want for dinner? Sarah's making a great roast for us. Hey, Nick, what would be the best 110 roll for you? I don't know, dude. Purple. This is the stove. Yes, this is where I make all my bread, in this oven. And there's where all the egg cartons go to die. This is at the Rio Ranch Cafe. We just recently got to eat there. Great deal if you're ever in the Texas, near me in the Texas Hill Country in Ingram, Texas. A great place to get a meal. Some orange juice. There's me. These boxes here are from my 100 pounds of cameras. So my 120 pounds of cameras, and there I am. See, I am drowning in stuff. There I am editing, I guess. Sarah framing me up. Sitting right here.
View from my desk.
Yeah, that's what I look like from Sarah's view. And there I am, no flash, right? Flash, no flash. See the difference? What do you guys like more? No flash looks better, I guess. But look at me. That's how this is how I look when I'm in editing mode. Jeez. Yo, what's up, Charlie Collins? Stop spamming it, dude. Chill, we get the idea. Hello from Vero Beach, dude. Alexander, are you really in Vero right now? Send me some pics, dude. Anyway, here we are in Comfort, Texas at the 8th Street Market. A lot of cool vintage junk there. It's kind of nice. I like this angle more than the one you took on the 3 megapixel one.
Well, yeah, because I took it on your camera and then I was like, shit, I need to go grab my camera because I didn't want to waste them all.
I feel like if I turn down the...
Some of my favorite photos I've ever taken have been from this place. There's like old mannequins from years and years ago.
I think if I tone it down a little bit, it looks nice, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to revert it back. But yeah, Sarah's taking a lot of good photos at this place of just cool junk that's sitting around. What's up, The Field? How you doing? Oh, this one's nice. Look at the light there. I like the orange tones here, all the pots, and then the rust on this. It's all tied together with that earthen redness, you know? And then contrasty by like it kind of starts to get faded and overblown, you know? It's nice. Just a nice little scene. Beirut. You're in Beirut, Pavlos? Hey, by the way, Pavlos, I'm glad you're not blown up right now. Are there bombs?
I messaged him earlier and told him if he needs anything to let us know.
Oh. Let us know if we need to get the word out on any wartime atrocities you see out there. Are there bombs in Beirut? I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. Hey, look at this. This is like a very cottagecore scene with the little bricks and then the rusted arch there and then all the ivy. It's pretty dope. The patchwork of the tin siding, you know, I like it. Penaflor, wherever that is. And then here's my favorite thing to see, me. Look at me. Look at me, baby. I'm so handsome. I'm so pretty. Everybody likes me. That's flash, that's no flash. I like the flash there. The flash worked really good there.
I know, I've been trying to figure out. That's why you'll see a lot of things I'm doing flash and no flash.
God, babe, what the heck is this? Creepy. What is this? Are we on Little St. James right now? He. Creepy. Let's does it work better like this, guys? Or like that?
No, the other way.
Like this? You guys like it more like that? Good locking fella. I like more like Locatella. This is the bathroom at that place. I think I took a picture of the bathroom too. Oh no, I guess I didn't because I had the 3 megapixel camera. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a nice little scene. See what you're missing out on in a...
Mall.
Yeah.
That's not the first place we were
What do you think, Pavlos? This is what you're missing out on in America. You get Valentine's bathrooms. You know, do you even have real toilets in Beirut, or is it just squatty holes, squatty potty holes? Nice little scenes, babe. Yeah, the flash. See the flash reflection. That's where it'll get you. But then you took one without. That's very nice. Very nice. Okay, now look at this place. We've taken pictures of this same place before. Sarah's taken some detailed shots. All this foliage here is wrapped around like a chain link fence. You know, it's a nice little peek over the bushes. Setting the scene. This is the antique store where that potty was. I gotta turn down the lights a bit. Bring it down like that, I guess. I don't know. Bing bong. Oh, look at that. That's a very, makes me think brutalism. Nice little angle. Car wash. That's what it is.
Where we ate.
Oh, yeah. This is across the street from where we got our food that day. Yeah. It's a nice frame. I like it. Very simple, very minimal. There's me taking a picture of a tree. That tree picture didn't turn out too good. Kind of like this picture of me taking a picture of a tree more than I like my picture of a tree.
I'm gonna do a photo book of just pictures of you.
Sarah's gonna do
like that.
I love it. I'm my favorite subject. Look at that boy. Look at that tack sharp nose. What a good puppy. Whoa. That's our swimming hole. That looks like heaven right now. That's not even the swimming hole. This is the creek, I think.
It's the new swimming hole.
Yeah, it's the new swimming hole. A lot of algae, but look at that. I love how the blue and greens are popping. Looks cool. No, I'm not live on Twitch, The Field Photographer. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube right now. You should check out our Egyptian film photography scene. It's low-key insane how cheap the film cameras and lenses are here. Hey, man. I don't know where I would buy Egyptian film stuff. I don't know if I could ever go to Egypt. It seems scary. I don't know if I want to go to Egypt. Look at that puppa boy. So something like this, I would definitely play with the white balance on because it looks a little.
How many people do you have watching still? It's been hours.
Yeah, we've been going live for a while.
I'm done with work, and you're still.
I'm still going. I've been going for 3.5 hours on YouTube. Who's watching? We got 49 people watching. You guys are the real ones. Whoa, dude. 49 people watching YouTube. So appreciate it. Anyway, yeah, I would definitely play with the white balance on scenes like this. Like here's the before. And I kind of like that one, but sometimes if you really want to get into the nitty gritty, since there's a lot of high tones in here, I would warm it up a bit. Put a little bit more magenta and yellow into those highs, you know, a little more red. But, yeah, I don't know. I'll leave it. Looks good. Look at that, Papa. And then if I want, I could sync those two. I always forget which one, but still, okay, there we go. Apply. And there you go. Now we have some more warmness, you know. Does taking pictures on film require low or high shutter speed? Do you need tripod to take good pictures? It's the same as shooting on digital, other than you can't really change the ISO mid-roll. You know, you can the ISO determines how your picture is going to look, and you know it's kind of baked into the film you're using. So I mean, you can shoot whatever. Depends on how slow the speed is. If with 400 speed film, that's pretty versatile. You can shoot that indoors, outdoors, you know, with or without flash at various shutter speeds. It just depends on the lighting conditions. Here I am throwing rocks. Look, she caught the rock. There's the rock. That's not a UFO. That's a rock. So yeah, this is the culvert that washed out during the Great Flood last year on July 4th. Yeah, that thing's a big, heavy steel tube, and I throw rocks at it every day to make a big old noise. And I'm training for the Christmas clam toss. Anyway, I like that. I like that picture. I'm gonna star that one. Nice little scene. Here's what it looks like coming into our room and how messy it is. I'm a man. I wear many hats in my chosen profession, you know. But lately, I've been wearing this one a lot. So let's keep moving on. Look at that. See, I love the evening light that comes through this window. I would love for Sarah to take more pictures of me here.
Well, I told you I wanted to do a portrait series in places you're not allowed to sit in the house.
Including there.
The Hasselblad. I want to finish that roll. But yeah, these are all places. See, I've been doing planning.
Sarah's scouting locations in the house. That's what she's doing. This is pretty good. I love the light that comes in here right next to the piano that my mom wants to tear into bits. I can't believe she wants to destroy this piano.
Take those pictures sooner than later before the things go.
Here's the chickens. And here's another little sliver of light. But you see, I can, if I just turn down the darks more, or the blacks more, it should, brightness more. Turn up the contrast. Turn the lights up. Turn off, kill the lights. I don't know. Something to tweak with. I don't know. I just hate how it gets all faded when you underexpose film. Okay.
But at least it like matches like the vibe of what the room actually looked like.
Yeah.
You know. Is this awesome?
Whoa! I accidentally reset everything. I think this is San Antonio.
Oh yeah, this is my roll.
Yeah, this is Sarah's roll again.
At the thrift store.
That's a nice little kitschy scene. Yeah, I remember seeing this location and thought it looked cool, but I ended up not even taking a picture there. Mario's Automotive Service. This is Sarah's roll. Sarah's always taking better photos than me because I don't know how to take photos. That's a nice little scene. Thank you, the field. Blast off fireworks. What were we doing on that trip? I felt like I was using a specific camera then.
This was on our way to South San Antonio.
Yeah, the Divine, right?
Yeah.
Or no, this is Lytle.
That's where I got that.
That's where you got your crock.
Yeah.
Your crock of shit. Just kidding. Nice scene. It's a nice, simple little frame, a little visual note. Ooh, that's a mood right there. That's like visuals by Preet again. Let's make it flat. We need a flat tone curve here. Pastel, baby. This is where you get the pastel portrait look from Fuji 400. Or no, this is expired gold 400. And look, Lost Cat. Call Cynthia. 542-507, yada yada bing bong. That's a good one. What do you guys think? You guys need an oven range? There's a lot of okay, that's a nice scene. I like this. Really brings you in. All the patchwork window panes, and then this. It just like I can imagine a couple guys sitting there smoking ciggies, drinking some bush. Car seats torn out of the car. That's a nice one. I was shooting the Olympus OM1 here, OM1N, and Sarah's shooting her Olympus Mu1. We kind of got the same frames here.
The Mu and the Hasselblad is just all I want to shoot.
What about your XD11?
I haven't shot that in like a year.
I know, it's been forever.
And I'm getting way better with color. Color's hard.
Yeah, color is hard. Hey, that's me. I had my wrist splint on that day. Why didn't you tell me my tag was poking out? I know, I'm just being a jerk. I like this one though, with the light pouring off that way. Whoa, look at that little bicycle. That looks like Dwayne's bicycle. Look at all those chairs. Cleaned out a whole office. The 8th exposure reminds me of Wes Anderson because of symmetry. Which one was that? This one? Yeah. See? You're getting a lot of compliments, babe. It is a little busy. Ready That is kind of, it makes you wonder what the heck's going on. First glance, I think like, what is this, a gallows with a wheelchair? You know? Little Tonka. Why is that Tonka up there? Okay, this place was really cool. There's this cool junkyard. We couldn't get in. They had all these beware signs, and we're not trespassers. We're good law-abiding citizens. So we're gonna see what we were able to see from the outside, on the outskirts of the fence. And Sarah was all worried when I told her, by the way, I haven't tested that expired film you're shooting on, but it ended up turning out okay.
Thankfully, this is a really good roll. I would have been so devastated if I had lost all this.
Sarah would have been sad if we didn't get to see any of these. I like that. It's a nice frame there. A lot of texture, a lot of earthen tones again. Got the cacti. Caught some UFOs. Oh, look, framing up a little car in the gap. That's nice. This brings you in, makes you want to go there and clank those chains and like try and see how far open you can open that gate, you know? Makes you want to walk up there and do it. Makes you think you can.
Are there more of mine?
Yeah, this is the last one. It's yours.
Can we hold on just 2 seconds? I need
Smells good out there.
I know.
Guys, you guys are missing out. I bet you wish you had smell-o-vision with how good Sarah is at cooking. Okay, well guys, this is the last set of photos to look at. So get in any inquiries now, any questions about anything. We're gonna wrap this up. This has been a marathon session. It's been like about a 4-hour live stream. I've been going since I got ready this morning. That's all I've done today. So we're gonna look at all these photos, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Appreciate everybody who's hung out. Who's been here the longest? Raise your hand if you've been here since I was still scanning film. This has been going on forever. We're at 3 hours and 36 minutes of this live stream, and we still got 60 people watching on YouTube. We got 0 people watching on Instagram, and we got 1 person watching on TikTok. Yo, what's up? How's it going on TikTok, dude? I appreciate you. We're just hanging out. Just joined the marathon, says Visual Darkness. Well, feel free to, rewind and like the stream. Be sure to like the stream. Be sure to go to madebylopro.com to give as little as $1 per month, and you can join LoPresti Army and help me keep on making analog fun, which is what we do. We try to keep analog fun and free for the people, of the people, by the people, because I subsist only on your donations and whatnot, and the Google ad play and whatnot, but it's not paying the bills yet. If I want to be able to move out of my mom's den, make a darkroom and all that stuff, I need your help, so help me out, man. Anyway, have I ever shot wildlife or considered it? I'm not too big in wildlife. It's just, I don't have the patience for it. I feel like you got to be in a blind and wait forever, and if I'm going to do that, I might as well shoot and kill and eat a deer, instead of just trying to get a picture or something. What the hell is a TikTok, says Nice Edward. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. But they banned me the other day. Not my old channel, just one of my reels. I spilled again. I'm a bum. I'm a gavon. Do you have any works that are united by a theme in a series? Yeah, I have a lot of work. I shoot my Rico. Let me see. Oh, Sarah's back. We'll have to look at it another time. I do a lot of work in thrift stores. That's probably my only thematic motif that I've ever really got. This nice, just nice frame. What more could you want from a fireworks stand? Am I right? It just works. What's cooking, Nick?
Oh, birria.
Birria. We're having birria, dude. I'm the luckiest man on earth.
Well, we made it. It's been frozen. We're just adding meat to it.
Sarah is making the tastiest thing. You can smell it. Anyway, this is a great shot. And I love fireworks, and you get this glare. The lens flare up there makes you think a firework just launched off and went off, It's kind of crazy. It's like almost like you got a lens flare on the road. Or is that even a road? Is that even a path? That's just a big old flare. Makes you think there's a road there. It's kind of neat. Look at that. It's like a bird's nest with a car in it. This thing's just overlooking it. Okay, I like that one. All these old-timey cars, dude. These didn't go to the Cash for Clunkers. They stayed in this guy's junkyard. I'd love to be able to poke around in that junkyard, get some close-ups of these things, you know. I don't know, which one do you guys like more? It's kind of the same shot. It really interpreted the colors differently on each of these, though. You got this one that's more like green, yellowy, and then this one's more magenta-y. Magenta. I don't know. I think I like that one more. They're pretty similar. Another one with the three-peat of the Transformers. You know, modern serviced technology looking down on all these old obsolete machines. Might get tetanus. Yeah, poking around in there you might. Oh, I like that one. I like how that one's facing away from you towards the rest of the group, you know? It's like going that way. It's like a leading line. And so is this one. Look at all that. Look at all that junk. Okay, this one's cool. I think we could dial back the yellow a bit, though. Let's see what the pre-baked. No, that's too much. That's about right. I don't know. I'm going to leave it as is, though. But that's kind of cool. It's like, what the heck is going on? It's all like a car in a bramble bush. Then we got that Chevy there. That's cool. Yeah, it was just like a feast for the eyes. It's like, oh, it's just so much stuff.
It was good lighting too.
Yeah, how the light was coming through, painting those shadows on there. Look at that. Again, it's a bit almost too warm, you know. I kind of got to dial it back a bit. Now it's all magenta-y. But it's cool. I wish we could get closer. But I was worried they had a junkyard dog or something, you know. This one was cool. This one was like a bread truck or something.
Mm-hmm.
There's the back side of the fireworks place. Oh, that's one of my favorite things in the world, a vine-covered power light pole. What's up? Hi, Diazis Brat. Oh, you caught another UFO, babe. Look at that. Look at that old house, that old cut-up tree. Look at all those frickin' cactuses on the roof. Oh, this one's nice. Look at that light. Old-timey window. Oil changes, new tires and rims. Ain't nothing new about this building. I like that one a lot. Just a nice little quarter view, you know. Everything good comes in threes, guys. Anjay, if it only costs $4.5 to dev, I mean, you should be able to cut prices down even more depending on the price of your chemicals and how often you use them. So, I mean, if you want to get into it, it's just like anything. It's going to be a lot more upfront cost, and then over time, it'll pay for itself. So it just depends on how much you want to shoot and develop. I do like that. That's a simple frame and how this is hung all cattywampus. Look at that little mailbox.
Yeah, that did not come out as good as I thought, because it was like blue and yellow, but you can't really.
I'm sure we can mess with it.
Oh, it's not worth it, baby. Screen.
Turn down the contrast. Just make it get that flat pastel look, you know. That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody wants. Brightness. I don't know.
It didn't work. That's fine.
Okay.
There's plenty of good photos on that roll. I'm not worried about that one.
Look, there's me. There's your favorite guy, Nick LoPresti. At the tire shop. Working at the tire shop. This place was a really cool location, but it was so big, it was kind of hard to even figure out what to even shoot. Just a lot going on in this place. We could walk around that place. It was all opened up. This was a neat location for sure. I'd be down to go back sometime.
We needed to be there at a better time with light
Yeah.
to do inside. Like, it was just too dark.
Yeah. Look at that big old tree. Oh.
Did I get them in the window?
Yeah. These guys, I think, creeped Sarah out. They were looking at us just because, like, hey, what are these guys poking around here for? But they just lived up there. I was nice to them. I said something to them. And then there we go. Look at that mill, that little train track, I don't know, grain hopper thing. This is south of San Antonio in a little town. I think it might be Divine. I don't know. But give me a sec, guys. I am going to play a little bit of this for you while I go take a pee-pee. Be right back. And then we're going to wrap things up. But you don't leave yet because I got a couple of surprises for you. Wow, giveaways or something. I don't know. Just retention. Bye. Well, what do you guys think? What do you guys know? What did you just come upon? This is street photography in Austin, Texas. We've been scanning film for like 4 hours and looking at the pictures. And whenever I have to go pee, I pull this up on screen so people got something to look at. You know, it's just like those TikToks where you got the video gamers stream dual screen thing. Anyway, yeah. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Let me know if we're gonna catch up with the chat and then we're gonna get the heck out of here. There we go. We got double Nick on the vertical stream in case anyone's watching there.
Can I see the rest of my photos?
Yeah. Oh, I thought, yeah, that was the last one.
Was that it?
That was the last roll.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. There's a couple good photos you took on the other rolls of mine, though.
Let me see.
Okay. Well, I already turned off the screen. Okay. Bing bong.
You don't have to.
So, okay. Whatever. It can't.
I'll look at them later.
There's like, I don't. You saw that one already? Where was the good one that you took on this one? No, must have been this one. I really like this one. Check this out.
Oh, just you and puppy. Because you like it because it's a photo of you. It's not a good photo.
I think it's a good photo. Whatever. Sarah doesn't believe me when I do anything. So yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Let me pull it. Nothing on the chat, so I appreciate you guys hanging out. Please, 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 you know, consider joining the LoPresti Army. It would really help me out, help me to keep on making this kind of content for y'all instead of just chasing the views and stuff. If I can, you know, so every little bit helps. I appreciate you guys. This has been a marathon session. Been a lot of fun getting everything scanned in and reviewed. And if you need a film holder for camera scanning solution, check out this QR code if you're on YouTube, wherever the hell it is. Yeah, running on fumes. When's the last time we took Puppy out? It's been forever because I've been busy doing this. So I guess that's it, guys. The puppy's got to go to the bathroom. I already went to the bathroom twice, so I know he's got to go. What?
Leg day.
We got to do leg day today?
Today's leg day.
Holy crap. I thought I was getting off easy.
4:30 leg day.
Yeah, I guess, okay, so I guess we got to work out. So, I don't know, since no one, TikTok, thanks for joining. Please come on over to YouTube or Instagram sometime. Am I famous? Somebody just said, am I famous on Stuart Monroe? Wow. Okay, and then Instagram, I'm going to say bye to you guys next. Instagram, it's been real. Thanks for hanging out. See you later. And then YouTube, my bread and butter. Thank you guys so much. I know we got to do leg day, and we're probably also going to do core too because I can't be a fat old man for the rest of my life. Otherwise, I'll die a fat old crotchety old man. So here we go. I don't know. Reach out to me if you got any questions or whatever. And I still got cameras for sale, so don't be shy. Hit me up on there for the camera sale stuff. And I don't know if you got any tips you want to see for the podcast style episodes. Send that my way, either on Instagram or an email, and I can do a whole episode on stuff. I was going to do one on the Harman Azure and break the story because there was a leak, but I just never got around to it. I was busy, but I don't know. Still, send stuff my way. I love you guys. You guys rock. That's it. We are going to end the live stream. So appreciate you so much. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, wait. Before I go, I couldn't do any of this without LoPresti Army, so thank you so much to Spencer, to Juan, thank you Brock, thank you Fauci, thank you Hill, thank you Dave, thank you Tony, thank you Slavic Boy, thank you Gabriel, thank you Litos, thank you Nanu, thank you M, thank you Anjay, thank you Chris, thank you Joel, thank you Government Psyop, thank you Larry, thank you Mortison, thank you Floppy Doppy, thank you Dankway, thank you Ziggy, thank you Jonas, thank you Subpar, thank you Clint, thank you Nick, thank you Brian, thank you Jack, thank you Kurt, thank you Reader, thank you Rhett, thank you Zach, and if you've joined and we haven't,
There's Samantha.
thank you Samantha.
Hold on.
Sarah's pulling up the new ones.
We got it.
Sarah's got it.
James,
Thank you,
Samantha,
James. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Jay, and thank you, Pat. All the new people. You keep a lookout on your inbox. I'm going to be sending out a welcome letter soon to everybody who has joined. So, my God, I can't believe this community is growing so much. You guys mean so much to me. Yeah, I gotta get ready to get in the mindset of leg day. Oh my God, I hate it. Anyway, that's it. Bing bong. Remember to shoot more, think less. I love you guys. Peace out.